Welcome into Benjamin Franklin High School. First game out of 3 tonight as the playoffs are drawing closer here in the Brotherly Love Pro-Am. Game number 1 is between Coach Tone Elite and Brotherly Love. Welcome in. I'm Ben Hoyt, your play-by-play commentator. Right alongside me, my good friend
Joe Clark.
Yep, Joe Clark. So, Coach Tone Elite, 2-1 so far. They're on a good track for the playoffs. On their side of the spectrum, what do they need to do to get the win tonight?
See, what I got to say is this. They could possibly be playing 2-3 zones in the paint to allegedly get that paint secured so you're not having too much action going on underneath the baseline.
And then on the opposite side of the leaderboard, Brotherly Love is 0-2. Playoffs are nearing closer. What can they do to change their future?
I just think that they need to start making smart shots out here. They're making too many contested shots that can maybe conflict what they're doing on that scoreboard. So I think that yet again it could go either both ways with them with shooting.
All right, let's send it over for our pregame interview with our sideline reporter, Xavier Johnson. Xavier?
Welcome to Game 1 of the Brotherly Love Pro-Am. I'm Xavier Johnson reporting with SFBN. Tonight we have Coach Tone Elite versus Team Brotherly Love. Team Brotherly Love has yet to get their first victory tonight, and Coach Tone Elite is 2-1. Will Team Brotherly Love get their first victory tonight, or will Coach Tone Elite become 3-1? More to find out as Game 1 of the Philly Pro-Am starts right now.
Thank you so much, Xavier. Great sideline report as always. We're going to cut to a break before we get started with this contest. Game 1 of the Brotherly Love Pro-Am, night number 2, next. Pre-game festivities are over here from Benjamin Franklin High School. Coach Tone Elite, Brotherly Love is going to start right now. Joe, any final thoughts before we get started?
I got to see a lot of aggressiveness from Tone Elite here. I want to see them open this quarter off with a bang here. I want to see a lot of shots coming from them, and I like the ball movement I've been seeing from them early on in these games.
Maurice Henry loses the tip for Brotherly Love. There's a violation, though. It will stay with Brotherly Love. Kyle Turner to inbound the ball, and we'll get started here from North Broad Street in Philadelphia. On the wing. Looking for a teammate. They pass it off to Isaiah Wilmore, who takes a three-point jumper top of the key, no good. Fast break here for Coach Tone Elite. Wing three, up, back rim and out. On the other side, here comes Brotherly Love. Post jumper, that's good for Kyle Turner.
Big jumper right there by Turner. You've been seeing a lot from him within this Pro-Am. You're going to see him more and more tonight.
Johnson dishes it off. Easy layup there by Haas, and it's a 2-2 game with 9:20 left to go.
Big way using the board right there.
stepped on the line. It'll go to Coach Tone Elite. Again, Coach Tone Elite, as we said pregame, 2-1. They're pushing for a high playoff seed here in this Brotherly Love Pro-Am.
And they really are. I mean, the shooting you're seeing right there has been showing it.
That will help as they knock down a three. 5-2, 8:55 left to go. And a two-handed slam for Brotherly Love. That's Eric Esposito with the jam. Tipped out of play. Going to stick with Coach Tone. And I love this back and forth action here early between these two teams.
Yeah, and that's what basketball's all about, the aggressiveness and going up and down the court and showing what you got.
Zell. They post up, back out. Three from the right wing. Johnson hits it. It is now 8-4 in favor of Coach Tone.
Big assist right there for Coach Tone.
Wide open in the paint. They kick to the corner. On the wing, driving in. Turner could not get that one to go. Not wasting any time. Coach Tone going up and down the floor. And they'll turn it over, so it'll go back to Brotherly Love.
I gotta love how Coach Tone is keeping this momentum going. They're not stopping. And you see that Brotherly Love is slowing down a bit, which they're gonna use that to their advantage.
They kick out. Esposito. Step back. Feeds it to Maurice Henry. Back to Esposito. A little give and go action. Wing three. No good for Brotherly Love, but kicks right back in off the glass. So we got 8-7, 7:19 on the clock. Turnaround jumper. That falls for Zell. We can go back and forth. Back and forth we go. 10-7. And they waste no time getting another bucket. We move to 10-9. Just super quick responses all over the court.
Yeah, just keep going back and forth here. I'm loving what I'm seeing from both sides of this court.
And we waste no time again as Haas makes a 2-point jumper with 6:48 left to go.
He's been shooting deep.
Got 12-9 on the scoreboard. Turner makes his way into the paint. That's swatted away. Coach Tonelli has a 4-on-1, and they're going to take full advantage of it as Johnson gets the easy lay.
That was a big defensive block right there for Coach Tone.
They're going to take their time here, try to reset the tempo of this game. Esposito tries to make a dribble move, loses control from Curry range. Esposito in and out.
Brotherly Love is really forcing a lot here, which it should not be early on in this game. They're not too far away from the stretch, but they still got to keep within this game.
Zell feeds a teammate in the post. They get a bucket, 16-9, 5:52 on the clock. Henry sets a pick. They feed to the corner. Esposito just a little bit wide right. And it's going to stay with Brotherly Love out of bounds. So we're inbound from the baseline here. 5:33 and counting. They feed to Maurice Henry. Back out. Three, off balance. That's a great shot there by Isaiah Wilmore.
Wilmore has been shooting them, and he's been one of their key players right there on Brotherly Love.
Easy lay there in the paint. Go to 18-11. Looking for a response, it won't go. Coach Tone pushing the tempo. Behind the back pass. Zell, 2-point jumper near the free throw line. Trickles in, 20-11, 4:50 on the clock. Brotherly Love wasting no time again. As both teams back and forth trading baskets. On the baseline, Brotherly Love will inbound. Any thoughts about this first quarter?
I think Brotherly Love needs to calm it down and chill it out here because they got enough time. They're only down by 9, and they have the momentum to do it, but they're just trying to force so much into so many areas that they will not get so much success in.
Three from the wing. No good from Zell. He gets his own rebound. Feeds to the corner to Johnson. Corner three. No dice. Wilmore looks into the paint for Henry. He posts up. He has the size advantage. Takes a turnaround jumper. Just a little bit long. Coach Tone taking their time. Quick pass into the paint. Dribble move. Step back for three. Just a little bit short and off balance.
Yeah, you're really seeing that a lot as this game goes on. Brotherly Love, I would think, would need to call like maybe a timeout right here to just get everybody situated and calm before the next play happens.
22-13 here. 3:20 on the clock. Pardon me. Actually, 20-13. Off the glass and in. Pretty acrobatic play there by Brotherly Love. 2015, 3 minutes left to go. They feed to the paint. 2-point jumper. They get the foul, but I'm not quite a fan of this. As we take a look at the replay, it's a very low percentage shot to make.
Yeah, and you've been seeing it a lot from both sides of the ball, taking a lot of contested shots as I see, and they're very quick to make the shot, even when they're on that off-ball rhythm. And even when a player's on that off-ball rhythm, it can hurt their shot in the process because you want to set your feet on the floor before you shoot, and most players are not doing it. They're playing off that off-ball rhythm.
We'll have one more free throw at the line. That one's up. And no good as it circles around the rim. 21-15. Almost 2 minutes left on the clock. Here comes Wilmore. He slams and drives it home.
Wilmore was cherry picking. It seemed to be down court. But that's the things you got to do for your team right here to get some points up on the board.
Foul's called with 1:45 on the clock. We take a look at the replay.
I got to give it to Brotherly Love. Just keep it in this game. And they're just forcing the turnovers and everything. They have been fouling, though. They've been going into foul trouble, as we can see. The X amount of fouls they're given to Tone Elite and going to the free throw line has been kind of killing them a little bit in these games.
Lyman misses the first free throw, just as you say that. We'll have one more at the line. Almost nearing a minute here in our first, and that one's good. So, 22-17. Got him almost a minute on the clock. Stutter step. They reset. Wilmore. Jumper there. Short.
Brotherly Love has been doing these pass and goes type situation plays where it's very quick, but when you do a screen, you got to sit there with the screen. You can't move too much, because if so, it could be a move screen play that can be called as a foul.
Haas goes up strong, takes the contact. No foul call, but it will stay with Coach Tone Elite. I mean, that's what you like to see, people going up strong. And the worst thing that happens is you get fouled.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Esposito gets the rebound here.
You getting fouled is probably one of the least of your worries right there.
Errant pass goes out of play. Back to Coach Tone, who's speeding up their pace of play, knowing that the end of the quarter is coming. Blaman kicks out, three, no good. They get the rebound, up and under. That's good for Coach Tone Elite. Now they lead by 7. Got 5 seconds on the clock. Step back, shot at the buzzer, in and out, and that'll be your first quarter. 24-17, Coach Tone leads by 7 as we look at our replay before going to the break.
Yeah, really, Tone Elite has been killing them in the paint, as what I've been saying here. Using that 2-3 zone defense could possibly help them.
We're going to go to a quick break. Again, this game is sponsored by Wilson on SFBN. Welcome back. Start of the second quarter here from Philadelphia. Ben Hoy here along with Joe Clark. And Joe, for the viewers that are just tuning in, do you want to give a recap of our first quarter?
Yeah, this really has been a back and forth game up and down the court. And really, if you're just tuning in, this has been a fight and a battle out there on this court. Both teams are very aggressive, 24-17, as you can see. Tone on top on Brotherly Love. And a big aggressive game you're about to see right here.
Flaman with the left. Off balance with the right, just long. Pulled in by Maurice Henry. Calling out plays. They go to Esposito. Goes to the inside to Henry. Baby floater no good. Pulled in by the guys in yellow. That's Coach Tone Elite. They drive. Again, an off-balance shot. This time they're fouled. Hattie will go to the line for two.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see here, it's a lot of fouling happening with the drives of their opponent. Brotherly Love has been in a lot of foul trouble within their games. And really, Tonally has been taking that. They've been taking the fouls. They really have been.
Hattie not capitalizing on the free throw. Again, one more to come, but Coach Tone Elite has had a bit of a struggle at the stripe. So, here comes Brotherly Love, bringing it up the court. Just about a minute into our second quarter. Esposito, using his strength, pulls back, jumper, air ball. And now it's going the other way. Hattie, with the pass going to a fan in the bleachers, out of bounds. It'll go back to Brotherly Love.
Yeah, Tone has been trying to get this scoreboard up and up and up, but fast plays like that usually never work.
They have a lane, and will get the bucket because of it. 25-19, 8:09 left to go. They kick to the corner. Driving along the baseline, he's fouled. And they're going to take it from the baseline. They drive toward the free throw line. Stutters to the corner. Hattie for three. Spins out. Pulled in by Henry. Here comes Brotherly Love. They cross half court. Pick set at the wing. Wilmore. Stutter step. Shot. Long. But Henry gets the offensive rebound. Euro step. Foul is called on Coach Tone Elite. They may call this a shooting foul here as well. And they will.
I mean, when you really look at Brotherly Love, they are making good shot selections, and I think they really are. But sometimes it's nice for a pass out, which they have been throughout that play.
They discuss it, and they will call it on the ground. So Turner takes a mid-range jumper off the front rim. Pump fake. Shot on the left wing. No good. And pulled in by Brotherly Love. Deep three-point jumper. That's good by Isaiah Wilmore.
Deep triple by him, and he's been a playmaker for Brotherly Love into this one.
He may be a guy that, if he continues playing like this, Xavier will be interviewing come halftime or postgame.
I wouldn't be surprised at that at all.
Here comes a fast break, and a blocking foul is called. And there'll be a timeout for Coach Tonalite as we take a look at our replay.
As I said, you got to be passing out, and that nice pass out led him for a triple right there from the key.
All right, we'll take a break while they take their timeout. We'll be right back on SFBN. Out of timeout, 25-22, 5:09 left to go. Welcome back, Ben Hoyt, Joe Clark. It's been a back-and-forth type of game. It was 7 at the break. Now it's back down to 3. Brotherly Love has gotten themselves back into it.
Yeah, they really have been. Even the very nice pass outs and even the screen plays that I've been saying.
They start a half court to Wilmore. Dribbles between the legs. He loses it. Step back, 3, no good. And that's pulled in by Blaman, who takes a 3 of his own. No good, rebounded by Henry. Brotherly Love speeding it up toward the lane and gets fouled by Blaman on the way up.
I think Brotherly Love is loving the foul calls right here that they've been getting. And the foul calls have been in their favor, but I've been liking this so far with Brotherly Love and how they've been playing into the second quarter.
First one up is good for Brotherly Love. Second one on the way. Second one. No good. Pulled in by Esposito. On the wing. Turner finds a lane. Up and under. There we go. Brotherly Love has tied this game. .4:30 on the clock. 25-25. English telling everyone to spread out. Going to try to feed him in the post. And it's swatted away by Turner. Goes out of play.
Yeah, trying to just pass it to a guy right there and try to get the drive right in for that easy backdoor layup.
The kick to the top of the key. Drives with the left. Out of control, but makes the basket anyway. 27-25. Again, the lead is broken in favor of Coach Tonalite. 3, Wilmore, no good. They drive into the paint. 3, up, short. That was by Hattie. Ball's loose, but it will be retained to Brotherly Love with 3:30 left to go.
Brotherly Love has been forcing this defense so much that they've been playing man-to-man that has been making them make this a very close game.
Ball being brought up by Brotherly Love. They move with the left, lays it in with the right, and with 3 minutes left to go, the game is tied again. 2:58 on the clock. Here's Johnson. Floater, no good, wide. Here comes a 2-on-2. They feed it to Wilmore with no look pass. They get the bucket. 29-27, Brotherly Love, their first lead of the day.
Keeping that momentum, and that's what I said before.
Got 2:33 left to go. Reminder, coming up at halftime, we have our sideline reporter, Xavier Johnson, who's going to give an awesome interview. That'll be coming up, so stick around. We got 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter, and there's chaos on the floor as the ball goes out of play.
Yeah, very hard foul right there. was unfortunate, but led to a timeout call.
We're going to go to break. We'll be right back. Again, this game is sponsored by Wilson on SFBN. (29-27), Coach Tone has given up a 7-point lead. That started at the end of the quarter of this one. Welcome back, Ben Hoyt, Joe Clark. And man, if you told me that Brotherly Love would not only be in the second quarter, but leading, I would have thought you were crazy.
Yeah, and they showed a lot of defense in that second quarter.
Coach Tone gets the bucket to tie it back up with 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter. They take it past half court. They signal Wilmore to spread out. They feed it to Esposito, who didn't see the defender coming. It goes out of play. It was great defense there by Zell.
Yeah, phenomenal defense right there by Tonelli. Daying up, and that's what I like to see a lot, the aggressiveness from half of these players.
They feed it to the corner. Esposito makes a beeline for the paint. They post up. In the post, goes up, and gets fouled.
Forcing that foul call right there. Been loving it. Trying to edge his way right there into the paint and just trying to get something going with that little floater, but gets fouled. And they are liking this call because game's tied, and this will determine it, how the game is really going to flow.
Free throw is good. So it's now 30-29. Clock continues to run. Now nearing 50 seconds as he makes a second. 2-point game here. It's a super close one here from Ben Franklin High School. They pass it to the corner. Punt fake. Step back. A little bit long. Esposito pulls it in and draws some contact with it. And I think it was a complete miscommunication as Henry was trying to signal a play. He missed the pass, but luckily they recover. Esposito takes some ankles and takes a three with it.
Esposito finally getting his moment right there. Had a few missed jumpers, but splashed that one in for a big triple for them.
Three. No good. Pulled in by Esposito. And that's the end of the half. 34-29 at the half. You take a look at the replay of our final play of this quarter.
Big shot right there for Esposito, as I said. And that was lights out with that splash. And putting Brotherly Love up even more is exciting to me.
So we'll have an interview with Xavier in a minute. But Coach Tone, again, led by 7 at the end of the first quarter. And this has been a complete swing in the favor of Brotherly Love.
Yeah, I really have been liking everything I've been seeing from Brotherly Love. They came back from that huge lead that Tonelli had over them. But I've been liking the players you've seen on Brotherly Love. Turner has been putting up some buckets. Wilmore has been showing it, what he could do from that deep ball. Been loving it all around. But also Tonelli has some nice, great ball-making plays, good passes, good assists. And they've been really getting fancy with it, which I've been interested to see more and more of.
Absolutely. So it looks like Xavier will has his interviewee. I think we're ready to go from the sideline. So let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Xavier Johnson. Xavier, take it away. All right, so I think we're going to restart that. It looks like we had some technical difficulties, so they're going to get that fixed. We apologize for that.
The mic was off the whole time?
All right, I think now we got the mic to work because we get a little bit of a hot mic there. Let's send it over. Let's send it over to Xavier Johnson. I think we have everything working again, but we're going to take a break for the half. So enjoy, Xavier. We'll be back after the half.
Don't forget again, fans, the All-Star.
Welcome back. This is the halftime of Game 1 of the Philadelphia Brotherly Love Pro-Am. I am here with Coach Moore of Team Brotherly Love. Now, Coach Moore, what do you like about your team so far in the first half?
I like the way we came back. We were down a little bit. We came back. Now we're only down by 5. So, like I said, we're playing good pace, playing with good energy, and we did a good job coming back. We want to keep the lead going into the second half.
Now your team is up by 5. What do you guys feel like you need to do to broaden the gap going into the second half?
Just play the same way. Like I said, continue to play with pace. We got to get stops defensively. Coach told them elite. They got a real good squad. They've been shooting the ball pretty well. But like I said, as long as we get stops, we'll be good.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, no problem.
Start of the second half here from Ben Franklin High School, 34-29 in favor of the Brotherly Love team. Welcome back, Ben Hoyt here with Joe Clark. And Joe, Brotherly Love is 0-2 at the moment in the Brotherly Love program, but they sure ain't playing like it.
I think that they are in a sense because they've really got their act together after that half. They're playing a lot of man-to-man and playing a lot of great defense, and they've been putting up the points to really make that argument. But overall, I've been liking what I've been seeing from that side of the court.
They feed it to Kyle Turner. Offensive foul is called Looked like it was a moving pick, so it'll be going the other way here in favor of Coach Tonelli.
Yeah, I did say that from, I think it was in the second quarter right there. You don't want to move too much on those pick and rolls.
3 up for Coach Tonelli to open the scoring. No good. Henry pulls it down. Feeds it to Wilmore on the right side. He drives, Euro step, off balance, and Maurice Henry
Big
with authority.
slam.
Ooh. Ooh, what a dunk by Maurice Henry.
I heard that from here.
Johnson on the left side. Jumper, no good. Foul's called.
Yeah, it didn't seem like there was a lot going on there, but over on that foul. But that slam dunk, it had to be the highlight reel of this game by far, Ben. It has to be.
Absolutely. 2 free throws on the way for Coach Tonelli with 8:16 left to go. First one's up, and the first one is good by Zell. So we're back to a 4-point contest here in the city of brotherly love. Reminder that we got 2 more games after this, with our headliner being tonight, Rec 6 versus Lou Leonard. You won't want to miss that on the SFBN YouTube channel. On the wing. Big feed to the corner, Esposito. He'll take it himself, and he is way short. Going the other way is Haas. Almost gets blocked by Esposito, but just got it in right in time.
Yeah, Esposito took a fall right there, trying to get the block up, but couldn't.
Turner makes a move to his left, extends the arm, and that's an offensive foul all day.
Yeah, that was a big push off right there, and you hate to see it. Huge push off, trying to drive in, use his full elbow into his chest. A great call right there by the refs.
36-35 at the timeout. We'll be right back on SFBN. Welcome back out of timeout. Brotherly Love leads 36-35. Ben Hoyt here with Joe Clark for your first game out of 3 today. Again, playoffs are getting closer, so every win matters down the stretch. In the post. They take a jumper, wide left. That's pulled in by Coach Tonelli. Pump fake, down the lane, and he lands hard. And I don't think he's okay. He's really hurt.
Hopefully he's okay.
We're gonna cut to a break. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back out of an injury timeout. It's 36-35. Brotherly Love over Coach Tone Elite, and hopefully he's okay. I mean, that was a very nasty fall there. You just never want to see that, especially in a Pro-Am league like this or anywhere on the court.
Yeah, and to be honest, he's a very prominent shooter, and he's one of their, I would say, top shooters right there on that team. And I hate to see a guy go down like that, and it sucks because even in a Pro-Am or like a summer league, you know, I really hate seeing that from a player like that. And from this team, it's going to be a big, hard loss for them within the next couple of weeks.
Not only that, a lot of the players that play here in the Brotherly Love Pro-Am are top-tier talent playing overseas in Europe, G League and elsewhere. So a team is probably thinking that they're going to have a player out for an unknown amount of time.
Yeah, and that's the bad thing about it.
That's a arm extension all day, and it's going to go the other way to Coach Tone Elite. 6 minutes left to go. The foul's on Esposito. So Johnson takes it up, guarded by Turner. He gets a pick set for him. He may have been looking to shoot there, but he goes behind the back. They have a lane for a floater, no good. A little bit of a mix-up under the basket. And it's going to be a traveling violation. Will go right back to Brotherly Love.
Yeah, wasn't a big fan of that play right there, but it seemed like he took the 3 steps without moving that basketball.
The Brotherly Love taking up the court. Tie game here, neck and neck. Of course, we'll have our Elam ending tonight, so having it close is key for both teams. At least if you're trailing for coming to the Elam ending, but a foul's called there. 5 minutes left to go.
I mean, I really did like the block opportunity right there that he had, but unfortunately fouled him on that play. But I did love the aggressiveness that you've seen from him right there.
Free throw is no good. Both teams missing a ton of them tonight.
Yeah, and you're really going to see that, and you've been seeing that for the past few weeks, that the foul shots have been a big issue.
36 all here. Heading into the 4:30 mark. That tie is broken by Coach Tone Elite. Is now 38-36 off the easy lay.
I've been loving the ball movement from Tone Elite, just how they have been moving the ball around and trying to get the rock up and in, and even the plays that they've been doing, it's so athletic and it's unbelievable. You will not imagine.
Wilmore on the wing, crosses over. Jumper, just wide left. Gonna go right back to Coach Tone Elite. So we get some new fresh legs here on the floor for both teams. English brings across the court. Moves to his left, finds a teammate. Zell passes into the post. Turnaround jumper, and that's an easy make there for Coach Tone Elite. That was Hickman on the shot. Turner has it rejected at midair. Crossover, second chance opportunity, off balance, that falls.
I've been loving the plays here. The off-ball plays have been a big thing here into this game.
Fast break, just him in the basket. And the easy lay makes it 40 all. Tie game once again. Wide open guy in the middle, he drops the pass. And that's going to be off Kyle Turner, so a missed opportunity there to get the ball back. It'll stay with Brotherly Love. Pardon me, it will stay with Coach Tone Elite. Look toward the left side. They hesitate. Goes up. Too much spin on it, so Esposito will pull that down. Nearing the 2-minute mark, neck and neck of in the third quarter. Wilmore splits the gap between two defenders, goes up and gets it right off the glass.
Nice Wilmore play right there. Wilmore has been doing that a lot tonight.
They move toward the middle, loose ball. Turner and Coach on Elite wrestling with it, and a two-handed slam. They find a wide open man, 42-42, 1:35 left.
This really has been going a back and forth game with both teams.
Crossover, step back, three, got it.
Left this man open, you hate to see it, but a big splash right there for brotherly love.
So English is going to slow it down here. Looks to the right side in the post. Off Maurice Henry. So we'll inbound from the sideline with exactly a minute left. They move to the right. Crossover. Feeds to the middle. Height advantage and one. That's a big play there for Coach Tone Elite as we take a look at our instant replay.
Yeah, just trying to slow down the game here for Tone Elite and getting up there with the bucket and with the N1-2. That's really nice to see for them and trying to tie this up here with this foul shot.
47.3 left to go as the clock stops. Free throw is good, so it is all tied. 47.3 on the clock. Really love in a hurry to get a quick bucket, maybe a 2-for-1 scenario. The foul's called. Clock stops at 38.4. What type of play do you think you want to run here for Brotherly Love?
If you're brotherly love, it's probably a catch and shoot to say in the corner. It has to be.
Well, they're going to take it top of the key instead, and they're going to drill it. 48-45, a huge three-pointer for Brotherly Love. 25 seconds left. They lose the ball, but a foul is called. Got 22.4 on the clock. Look at our replay.
I've been liking what I've been seeing from Tone Elite so far, and everything you've been seeing from the fouls been hurting on both sides of the court, but Brotherly loves being on top by using these fouls a lot. But Tone Elite has been pushing off on the fouls, but trying to force them even more.
First free throw is good for Coach Tone Elite. Hattie good on the first. Now 48-46. 48-47. One last shot will probably go to Brotherly Love. Full court press played by Coach Tone Elite. Kyle Turner. 13 on the clock. Now down to 10. Wilmore. Will he take the final shot? On the wing. Drives into the paint. Off the side of the backboard. And will stop at 2.7.
Here's a replay right here for you folks. Wilmore trying to just drive it into the key and just couldn't get it up and in for the layup, and a foul has been called. And Brotherly Love might be up by 2 more points after this one.
We got 2.7 out on the clock. Isaiah Wilmore will take 2. Wilmore, a high percentage free throw shooter, makes the first. We got 49-47. Again, both free throws are huge. You can get to a 3-point ball game here into the quarter. Second one's no good. They chuck it down court, and it's tipped by Brotherly Love. So at the end of 3, it is 49-47. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back on SFBN. After 3, we got one more quarter to go, 49-47. 10 minutes to go in this one. And Joe, what have you thought of the first 3 quarters?
I've been liking it so far. Brotherly Love has been making this a big game so far, coming back from their deficit and playing aggressive defense and driving into the basket like you see there, for trying to get the end one call but couldn't. But as I've been saying, like, keep seeing that more and more. And you're just going to keep seeing it from Brotherly Love, not giving up on this play and just trying to get these foul calls and trying to get the easy points.
Turner with the super acrobatic up and under there. Took a lot of contact, hard fall, but he'll have 2 at the line as they're going to try to clean up the excess sweat on the floor. And that's going to happen on a day like this. 94 degrees here in Philadelphia, close to 100.
Yeah.
And this gym isn't helping either. It's pretty humid in here.
It's been sunny days here in Philadelphia.
Wide left. Second free throw up. No good. It spins out. Coach Tonali taking it down the floor. They take a deep three-pointer, no good, pulled in by Henry. Now the response from Brotherly Love. Can they extend this lead? 3, Esposito, wide left. Follow up by Wilmore, lucky bounce got to him. And he gets the left-handed lay to extend to 51-47, 8:23 left to go.
Nice puck back right there by Wilmore.
Pass inside. And the second chance opportunity also no good. Ooh, and that may have been off the hands of Coach Tone there. I think the near official missed it.
Yeah, I'm not definite if it was off of his hands or not.
So let's see if they can use this opportunity to get some free points. Ball don't lie as it's turned over. Back to Wilmore. Gets a tough layup with contact and one as he goes halfway up the bleachers.
I gotta love this play right here with the fast break. Wilmore has been putting on a show here for the folks here at the Pro-Am. And I've been loving this by him by far. And he's been showing some highlight reels within this game up against Tonali. And that one goes in. Brotherly Love, 54-47 over Tonali. Tonali with the drive.
Goes out of play, 6:59 left to go, 54-47. Down low, here comes Coach Tonali. Spin move, and that's going to be a goaltend on Maurice Henry.
Yeah, big goaltending call right there.
So they inbound the ball. Less than 6:30 left to go with this one. We're almost halfway through. Remember, at the 4-minute mark, we'll have the Elam ending. Wilmore just a little bit too strong. Wilmore gets his own rebound. Esposito on the wing. Cash. 57-49, 6 minutes left to go. How about a response from English to take some of those points back as it's now a 6-point game. Full court press. Tries to shift off the defender. He's calling for a pick. Henry comes there to his aid. Can't quite shake him off. Jumper. No good. Hits the front rim. Turner with the follow-up, and he is going to the line for two.
Yeah, Total Elite with this has been hurting with the foul calls here. And you've been seeing it with the aggravation here on the court. As this will just keep hurting this more and more, it seems to be.
Turner bricks the first free throw. And that came off a little low off his hands. We're at the 5-minute mark, so next stoppage at the 4-minute mark will be Elam Ending. A pretty close one here for the first game of Benjamin Franklin High School. Again, we got 2 more games for you tonight on SFBN. We have 2 great crews coming up, so make sure to tune in for that. Again, this game is sponsored by Wilson. We got 4:40 left to go. English to the post. Stutter step, spins, rejected by Henry. To get his own rebound. No good again. Swatted by Henry again. Maurice Henry is a defensive machine at the moment.
Henry has been showing up some nice defensive plays here to keep Brotherly Love in this one.
Feed it to Wilmore. Nearing the 4-minute mark. 58-51. Wilmore. Crossover to his left. Shot from the post. No good. He gets his steal. The Esposito tries to make the extra pass, and it won't work for him. So Wilmore drives the baseline to Henry, a little bit long on the floater. Again is losing control of the dribble. They go to English, and that is rejected out of the sky by Turner.
Big block there by Turner.
Here comes Wilmore. He'll slow down and get the easy bucket. 60-51. Brotherly Love pulling away. Here comes English. Pass to the right in the paint. And Coach Toe makes a response. Timeout for Brotherly Love. And it looks like we're going to be going to 68 today. And it's confirmed by our PA announcer, so we'll go to break. We'll be right back. .68 is our target score. Welcome back. We're nearing the end of our first game. Ben Hoyt here with Joe Clark. And man, this second half has been all Brotherly Love. Second quarter on, probably. You can make that argument for too.
Yeah, this has been a big game here so far. A very aggressive one at a very fast pace as well.
We'll take it upon half court. We're going to double them. Esposito. Back to the wing. Henry looking to set a pick. 2 men close in. Off balance jumper, no good. Wilmore tried to get the rebound. It's off of him. We'll go back to Coach Tornelite. They go up with it. Just wide right. Here comes Kyle Turner. We got a 3-on-2. as he draws a blocking foul. It'll be on Johnson. We'll take a look at the replay.
Yeah, as you see right here, just going up the court, I was assuming that it would have been an offensive foul there.
I don't think he was set. I think that's
Yeah.
your problem.
Yeah, I just think like he just wasn't set. If he was set, it would have been a good defensive foul, excuse me, but it didn't seem like that at all.
They're calling out the motions. Brotherly Love is 8 points away to Esposito on the wing. Hesitates, takes a jumper, just a little bit long. Here comes English, coast to coast, down the lane, he gets the bucket. So Coach Tone is one step closer to closing in on this lead. Turner, medium range way off. English for three. Couldn't hit that. That would have been huge for Coach Tone Elite. Here comes Kyle Turner, pass half court. 60-55, 2-possession game. Brotherly Love looking to put them away right here. Wilmore, pump fakes, goes to the post, turnaround jumper, no good. Johnson, back to Johnson on the give and go, and the foul is called.
Totally a bench is very, very happy on this call right here because they're desperate for the points right now. They really are. And I think this squad can possibly get the points up and get some baskets and get this game going.
Johnson with 2 at the line to close it into a 1-possession game. He makes the first. Both these free throws, Joe, crucial.
Yeah, this game's been a tough one. Even with the foul shots as well, both teams really haven't been great on them.
Second one's good, so it is a 3-point game, 1 possession between these two teams. Turner driving down the lane. Wilmore, 3, no good. Maurice Henry got a piece of it, but it'll stick with Coach Tone. English loses the ball, and that's going to be a traveling violation.
Yeah, big foul call right here, half court.
Yeah, it looks like he's all over him. So, yeah, they're going to call the foul inside the walk. They'll inbound right near us on the sideline. They inbound, and we're back underway. Extra pass. Back into the paint. Swatted by Henry. That's a big block there. Kyle Turner making his way down the lane, and the foul is called.
Yeah, heavily contested right there at the rim, going up for the fast break, and was heavily fouled.
2 free throws for Kyle Turner here to hopefully, again, open some scoring. First one's good. So they're now 7 points away. We're going to make it 6. Second one's good. So we're 6 points away from ending our first game here tonight. They go down the lane, and they're going to say he's going up. I'm not so sure about that. I think he got fouled on the dribble.
Hey, I think this way, any foul call for Tone Elite matters because getting these foul shots in before your opponent will matter sooner or later. It will matter.
First one is good. So it's 62-58, now back to 4. Second one is good, so it's now back to 3. Brotherly Love again is 0-2. They're looking for their first win here tonight, and they're so close to getting it, but they lose control of the ball, And Coach O picks it up. Second chance opportunity, and it's now back to 1. So there's an injury timeout. And things are getting real chippy here out on the floor. And it looks like we're going to be tangling some bodies here. Getting some people apart.
A little trash talking going on here.
I don't think he liked how they continued to play, even though he was visibly hurt.
Yeah, it's one of those.
But that's basketball, though.
Yeah, it's probably one of those unwritten rules that a lot of people view, in which I could see why people would be upset. And there's a lot of them within many sports.
So they're going to send the teams back to the benches to calm everyone down. We'll be right back. Welcome back, 62-61. 1-point game here, super chippy here. But you gotta love to see it. Both teams being aggressive, wanting to get the win.
Yeah, definitely. You really want both and almost all of your players to be aggressive like this, to be passionate like this.
They feed it to Wilmore, who takes some ankles with him. Off the dribble, mid-range jumper, no good. Here comes Coach Tonelli. They're looking to get the lead here. They lose the ball. Here comes Wilmore, one-on-one, down the lane. And the follow-up rebound is good by Kyle Turner. Timeout, Coach Tonelli, if you take a look at our replay.
Yeah, a big steal right there back again by Wilmore. And you saw him again after he just gave up the ball and then going after the ball again is showing you enough from him and how his play style is.
We'll take a quick break on the timeout. We'll be right back. Out of the timeout here from Benjamin Franklin High School, 64-61. Ben Hoy here with Joe Clark taking through the end of this game. And Joe, what do both teams need to do? What are both of their keys to winning this game?
Just got to handle the ball the right way. Play some perimeter defense and also protect the ball as much as you can.
They go up. Foul is called. Johnson will have 2 at the line.
Yeah, big drive right up there to the rim. Trying to go baseline. Couldn't get nothing in. But the foul call's there, and you're at the line for 2. To make this a 1-point game.
Johnson makes the first, and he misses the first, in and out. It looked like it was going to be an automatic free throw, but just hit the edge of the rim both times. So he's going to definitely be upset about that because they could have pulled within 1 there. They're going to have to settle for a 2-point deficit. However, Brotherly Love is 4 points away from getting their first win. They make 2 bodies collide to each other. Wilmore with the jam. What a great move by Turner as that ball heads right toward our camera. Oh my God, chaos. Just going, this place is going nuts.
Scary a little bit there, Ben.
But what a great move by Turner with the spin move, making 2 guys collide into each other. Great pass to Wilmore, and he goes up.
Yeah, very As what I said, this game's very aggressive right now.
Esposito. He's looking to end this game. Turner, can he be the one to do it? Crossover, rebounded by Henry. Esposito goes up, and the winless streak is over for Brotherly Love. They get their first win, 68-62. Here's the replay of the final play.
Esposito with the putback there. He needed that, and he got it. And Brotherly Love coming out of this one with a big win over Tonalite. I loved what I've seen from both teams here. Both teams have played their hearts out, and that's what I like to see as a big basketball fan.
All right, so we'll be back down to Xavier in a minute while he gets his guy, our MVP of the game. I mean, what did you think of this game altogether? You started with a Coach Tone first quarter where they were dominating, 7 at the break, and then it was all Brotherly Love from there.
Brotherly Love within the first half of their games have not been as agile on points, but this game is showing a big difference, and I like the big difference of their game.
So we're going to send it over to our sideline reporter, Xavier Johnson. Xavier?
Welcome back. I'm Xavier Johnson, SFBN Sports, and this is the end of the game of the Brotherly Love Pro-Am. I'm here with Isaiah Willington. How do you feel like you guys did tonight?
I feel like we did pretty good as a team, even though we only had 5, but it's all right. We still play hard.
Now, what does it feel to get your first victory of the tournament for you guys?
It feels good. We've been in a slump, so it feels good to get a win.
Now, what do you think the adjustment was that allowed you guys to get your victory tonight versus the other 2 games that you guys were unsuccessful in?
Our guard was being way more aggressive than before. He was being real passive, but when he attacked, that opened it up for us. So it was really our guard play for real.
What do you guys, in adjustments-wise, need to make to secure your second victory next week?
Finish games out and play defense at the end.
All right, thank you. All right, back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Xavier. So that's the end of our first game. We have 2 more on the slate for you tonight from Benjamin Franklin High School. From Joe Clark, I'm Ben Hoyt saying good night. Enjoy the final 2 games of this Brotherly Love Pro-Am.
Welcome into the second game of the Brotherly Love Pro-Am tonight. I'm here, James Urban, alongside with my color commentator, Tamar. We got the Danny Rumph Classic squad facing off against the Philly All-American. And beforehand, we are going to send it over to Greta Schustak, our hero, sideline reporting. Greta?
I'm Greta Schustak with Sports Fanbase Network, covering Game 2 of tonight's tournament. Coming up, we have Philly All-American facing off against Danny Rumph. Danny Rumph is on a winning streak, and Philly All-American has yet to secure their first win. Does Philly All-American have what it takes to defeat the undefeated and secure their first win? Let's find out. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you, Greta. Appreciate that reporting real quick. And coming into tonight's game, like Greta said, Philly All-American winless, and Danny Rumph coming in 2-0. Tamar, what are you expecting to see tonight?
I expect a scrappy and hungry Philly All-American team. This past Tuesday, they blew a 17-point lead, which was very unacceptable. Some key players for Philly All-American, Khalif Maris and Chris Lyons, them two and John Hall, all three of them need to get together and be on the same page that they want to get their first win on the season.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I totally agree. They blew a 17-point lead in their last one. And in the first game, they also had a strong lead and weren't able to close it out. They're the reigning champions of the Pro-Am last summer, looking to bounce back with a slow start, trying to get their first win. The rosters tonight, Danny Rumph, we have number 45, Sammy Givens, his brother, number 5, Shannon Givens, number 12, Jamil Manigo, number 8, Jaleel Myers, number 3, Daquan Davis, number 24, Isaiah Gaines, number 15, Naeem Johnson, number 32, Anthony Ochefu, 23, Robert Smith, and number 7, Kevin Anderson on the side for Philly American. Number 13, James Stanback. Number 0, Josh Williams. Number 3, Khalif Mears. Number 7, Chris Lyons. Number 1, Kyrie Coates. Number 23, John Hall. 11, Stanley Whitaker. Number 8, Tyree Corbett. Number 33, Mason Jones. And we are just about ready to get underway in this second one here tonight. Danny Rumph facing off against Philly All-American. I'm excited for this one, Tamar.
I'm very excited, too. I expect a high-level back-and-forth game by these very high-experienced players, and I can't wait to see.
Oh, yeah, in the last game that I did with other play-by-play commentator Ben Hoyt, Jamil Manigo came in late in the fourth quarter, got some very, very clutch rebounds, did the dirty work, had a few very, very athletic layups to close it out and give the Danny Rumph Classic team the lead. But to lead the way for Danny Rumph is Sammy Givens. He's very, very experienced. He's clearly the leader of the team, and he can do it all.
Yeah. Jamil Manigo out of Westchester is kind of an X factor for Danny Rumph. He can get hot real quick,
yep,
and he could be a big reason that Danny Rumph could come out with this win tonight.
Yep. Looking forward to it tonight. We wait for the rosters to be announced. Just a few moments. The voice coming in to announce the rosters as we speak. Both teams in their huddle. Coaches getting their teams ready for their game plan coming up in just a few moments. Just ready to get underway. Ball ready to be tipped. Philly All-American Danny Rumph. Rumph wins the tip. They're going all the way early. Misses the layup. Manigo doing what he does best with the offensive rebound. Not able to finish. Going the other way. All-American. Missed layup on the other end for All-American. 2 missed transition opportunities early for both squads. Rumph pushing it, slows it down in the half-court set. First half-court set that we've seen tonight. Good pass down low. Manigo dishes it off to Gaines. He can't finish it, but Gaines gets it back. A couple offensive rebounds early for Danny Rumph, and they're able to convert finally for the first bucket. 2-0, Danny Rumph. We have Khalif Mears for Philly All-American bringing it up. John Hall, who's had a good start to the Pro-Am so far. Of course, All-American not able to notch a win just yet, but John Hall has been one of the better stands out for their squad. Gaines down the lane. Isaiah Gaines showing what he's about early in this one. 2 buckets to start off. Wow.
Isaiah Gaines putting his defender on an absolute poster.
that was quick bounce right there.
Quick.
Going the other way, Khalif Mears able to finish. Gets it back to a 2-point deficit, 4-2. Rumph with the early lead. Mears tries to thread the needle, but he can't get it to go. Rumph going the other way. Easy lay-in for Jaleel Myers. 6-2, Danny Rumph in the first 2 minutes of this one. We have Tyree Corbett going the other way. The replay we have pushes it early, going through the middle of the lane.
Able to push through that transition, go hard left, and draw that contact. Let's see how many he can make at the free throw line.
Very important to get to the free throw line early, get your groove going, I would say, right, Tamar?
Yes, both teams seem coming out very gritty, very fast, and very physical. Let's see how long this can withhold in the game.
And you know Philly All-American, they want their first win. They don't want – playoff time is coming up ahead. You do not want to be winless and not have any momentum going into the playoffs. You definitely want to get a win under the belt. The team is hungry. Corbett knocks down both free throws at 6-4. Isaiah Gaines the other way. Misses the 3 long. Whitaker in transition, kicks it out to Mears. Mears decides not to take the 3, takes the floater. Not able to convert, but Corbett is there. Nobody down low for Danny Rumph. Easy putback for All-American to notch it up at 6.
Danny Rumph needed to absolutely box out on that play.
Daquan Davis almost gets stripped, but finds down low. Jaleel Myers able to get it up and in to give Rumph a 2-point lead. Once again, it is 8-6, Danny Rumph. Khalil Mears taking the point guard role early for Philly All-American. He goes down the lane. Saw a little bit of contact on the hand, and the refs give him the foul call. 8-6, Danny Rumph with 6:30 to go in this first quarter in a physical matchup early on in the Philly All-American Danny Rumph matchup. This is the first.
Khalif Myers, one of the most skilled players in the league, and especially on the All-American team, can score at any level, 3-pointer mid-range or in the paint. Let's see what his game looks like tonight.
Misses the first, but he's able to knock down the second. Gets it back to a 1-point deficit for Philly All-American. Jaleel Myers going the other way. Straight from the top of the key, just a bit short on the 3-pointer. Going the other way for Philly All-American. The stop and pull-up off the mark, just short. Off to Isaiah Gaines in the transition play. Here comes John Hall the other way. Misses the easy finish, but Corbett down low, doing something he's done well early on. Gives Philly All-American the lead. But going right back is Isaiah Gaines. Down low, he's been busy, but he can't finish on that one. Seems to be staying with Danny Rumph. Philly All-American with the 9-8 lead. Danny Rumph with the out-of-bounds play. It's going to be Daquan Davis, but there is a timeout called early by Danny Rumph Classic, and we are going to go to a short break. This SFBM broadcast tonight is presented by Wilson. We will come back right after the break. Back through the middle of the first quarter, Philly All-American able to get a 1-point lead, trying to get their first win of this Pro-Am, but they give up the lead very quickly and is now 10-9 back in favor of Danny Rumph. Here's Corbett going the other way. What have you seen early here, Tamar?
I see these guys, they like to get to the basket. They like to go strong. CSV right there.
Yep.
They want to get to the basket, get to the free throw line. It's a very physical game, and I love to see it.
Yeah, Tyree Corbett shows right here in the replay, showing all of his will. He's gotten a few offensive rebounds early in this one, and he's earning these free throws.
Yes, Philly All-American had about 4 offensive rebounds right now to this game, and Danny Rumph needs to put a body on somebody, box them out, and be able to get that defensive rebound so they can have a possession.
And you made a great point. Early in this Pro-Am, it was a lot of teams taking threes early to see if their shots could fall. And in this game, I haven't seen many threes being taken at all.
Well, yeah, it's a rhythm game. You know, you always supposed to play inside out. You know, get that rhythm, see a couple layups go down, then you can expand your range.
For sure. Philly All-American. It's notched up at 10-10. John Hall on the baseline. He comes up short on the mid-range jumper. And here comes Jaleel Myers pushing it in transition for Danny Rumph. He pulls up deep from 3, just short, off the back of the rim there. And here's going the other way is Philly All-American. Stanley Whitaker has it, and he gives it to Albert O'Dare, and he pulls up for the midi and able to knock it down on his first attempt of the game, giving Philly All-American a 2-point lead, 12-10. Manigo through the lane, not able to get it to go. And here comes John Hall. Loses it a little bit. Sloppy play, but it ends up in Whitaker's hands. Easy pull-up for him, and he comes up short as well. But Corbett doing what he does best, and he's always there at the rim. Easy putback gives Philly All-American a 4-point lead.
You know, another offensive rebound, another second chance point. Danny Rumph needs to box out.
A pull-up way off for Danny Rumph. Not the greatest shot selection here, and Tyree Corbett going the other way. He's been playing well early. He slashes again, and an easy lay-in, and Philly All-American is finding a little bit of a groove here.
Finding a rhythm. You know, I hope it's not the same old as they Philly All-American gets the lead, then blows it, but I like the intensity we see from him.
And Manigo doing something that we haven't seen much out of him is pulling the deep 3, showing a little bit of emotion afterwards as well. Makes it a 3-point game after Philly All-American just got out to a 6-point lead. 13-16, Rumph is down. That looks like an illegal screen by John Hall, and it is going the other way for Danny Rumph. We have Jaleel Myers coming out for Danny Rumph. Number 23, Robert Smith checking in, and number 32, Anthony Ochefu for Danny Rumph, now seeing their first minutes with just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Daquan Davis bringing it up, the UAlbany point guard. Pulls up from deep, and he comes up way short. Could have used a few more steps in there. Corbett showing strong athletic ability down low in the early goings of this one. He takes a deep 3, and he is feeling it right now.
That's that rhythm shot. You saw how the fact that he got some in the paint, now he felt comfortable stepping out and hitting that 3.
You see the ball go through the basket, and you feel that. You feel 10 times more confident.
Yes, you feel more confident, and you feel more capable in your abilities.
Yeah, that's a great point. Saw the free throw, and here's the replay of Corbett. Just a step back, in and out, dribble, Harden-esque, able to knock it down. Gives Philly All-American a 6-point lead once again with just under a minute to go. There's a foul called down low. And it's going to be, I believe, Manigo going to the line for 2. 55 seconds to go, a 19-13 lead for Philly All-American, trying to get their first win of this Brotherly Love Pro-Am. Manigo, the first free throw is up and short. Manigo still showing what he's done in these first few games of the Pro-Am, showing what he's really about.
Manigo is indeed a microwave. I mean, once he gets hot, it's hard to cool him down.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's able to get the second one to fall, 19-14, a 5-point lead in this first quarter for Philly All-American. Corbett tries to take the same shot as he did last possession, but comes up short this time. It's Robert Smith going the other way in his first action for Danny Rumph. Loses it for a second, retains it, goes by. Could have been a call, but no call. Manigo not able to get it, and then Isaiah Gaines couldn't get it to go either. And Tyree Corbett uses the left hand on the right side in transition, and he has been strong early. And there's Robert Smith. Maybe heard a foul, but no call. Anthony Ochefu in the corner, and he's in and out three. Going for the last shot is Philly All-American with a 7-point lead, Corbett. Going to the lane and has been finding his way this entire first quarter. Here's the replay. Corbett pushes it, goes baseline. Ochefu not able to stay in front, and now he's going to earn another pair of free throws. Tamar, Corbett has just been amazing in this first quarter.
Corbett is incredibly comfortable in the game. He's totally confident. He feels as though he got this game down pat. You see All-American, they're always in the lead, but in the first half, first couple quarters of the game. But can they sustain it?
And at the end of the first quarter, Tyree Corbett misses both free throws, and he's able to get the offensive rebound, put it back up for two, so it didn't really matter that he missed both. Here's the replay.
This is the 6th offensive rebound for Philly All-American, about the 4th for Tyree right here.
Yeah.
Danny Rumph has to put a body on somebody, box out. They can play physical defense, but it don't mean nothing if they can't get the board.
And Philly All-American comes out in the first quarter with a 10-point lead, 24-14, coming out strong, trying to find their first win. We're going to be back after this break for the second quarter. Back in action for the second quarter of the second game tonight in the Brotherly Love Pro-Am here at Ben Franklin High School in North Philadelphia on Broad Street. Philly All-American, like we have mentioned before, trying to get their first win against the 2-0 Danny Rumph Classic squad. And Philly All-American staying aggressive. That is Kyrie Coates going to the lane, finding another pair of free throws. And Philly All-American has really been forcing everything just down the lane in Danny Rumph's face, and they haven't responded yet.
Philly All-American, we've seen before, they can score with the best of them. Their problem is they cannot sustain it in the second half, and especially in the fourth quarter. That is their problem.
Yep, they did it in the first game and in the last game that you covered. Big leads, not able to hold on to it, so that's definitely something that they're probably harping on, I would say, in the huddle.
Yes.
Kyrie Coates misses the first free throw. He's able to get the second one to go. A minute through in this second quarter. It is a 25-14 lead for Philly All-American. Here's Danny Rumph trying to bounce back from the physical first quarter. Robert Smith through the lane. Catches himself in the air, but kicks it out to a wide-open three. And Manigo continuing to do what he does best, offensive rebounding, and follows it up with an easy putback. Other way, Philly All-American, a little bit of an ill-advised shot, not able to get it to fall. Daquan Davis makes a flashy pass, but before his teammate is able to put it up and in, Philly All-American draws a charge. Great transition defense, I'd say, right there.
Great transition defense, great anticipation, able to draw that charge.
Philly All-American trying to convert on the charge call there. To the lane, tough move. Get off of me.
That's just a strong move, putting his forearm into a defender.
Very tough move there by Philly All-American, making it an 11-point game in favor of All-American. Here's a replay. Here's Daquan Davis going the other way. The U Albany point guard. The fadeaway floater with the right hand on the left side of the baseline, and he's going to get a pair of free throws.
That's a very difficult layup to do. Opposite right hand on the opposite side and off balance. Let's see if he can make it the charity stripe.
First one for Davis is up, and it is no good off the back right side of the rim there. Looking to make it a 10-point game with this free throw early in the second quarter here, and he can't get, oh, no, it does fall. It's a 10-point game. 1 for 2 from the line for Davis. Philly All-American going the other way. A three-pointer jacked early in the possession, but it's able to fall, giving All-American a 13-point lead. They have showed out very well early, but Robert Smith checking in late into the first quarter, gets his first field goal to go. Pull-up three in transition, responding right back. It's a 10-point game once again. Robert Smith getting a few minutes early, and he's been pretty aggressive in his opening minutes, I'd say. Call going the other way. We have a substitute for Danny Rumph coming in. Not just yet, but we have Robert Smith, who just hit the transition three, coming back up the court with his team down 10, looking to score once again. Tough move down the lane. He gets fouled on the way up.
No, that's a very difficult move. Going left off the screen, spinning, quick spin, able to get to the line.
That is a very, very tough move. That spin back to the left is very, very tough. He is a lefty nonetheless, but still, you don't see that much.
A spin back to the left as a lefty is very hard. As a lefty, it's easier to do with your right hand to the spin from the right to your left side, because as a lefty, it's just hard because you don't have the much power to do on that side.
Yep, Robert Smith showing us his deep bag early, the transition three, and that tough move through the lane. He converts on both free throws, 2 for 2 there. And it's back down to an 8-point game. Let's see if Philly All-American can hold a lead for once and secure a W. Here's Chris Lyons going through the lane. Easy finish. And now it's back to a 10-point lead, 32-22 is Philly All-American. Daquan Davis calling for a screen, but Ochefu backs off. It's a floater for Davis, and that is just too easy.
Yes, that's easy floater. It's like practice for him. Just a great, beautiful teardrop.
Defense has to step up a little bit earlier on that one. It's an 8-point lead once again for Philly All-American, and it's an offensive foul from Chris Lyons, who just had the finish on the other end. It's going back to Danny Rumph with 4 minutes to go in this first half. Philly All-American with an 8-point lead. And here's Robert Smith getting some solid minutes here in the second quarter. Rumph, Kevin Anderson not able to get it to go. And here's Corbett, who had a very strong first quarter, trying to continue. Corbett's the step back three, passes it up. A lane violation. That's the call, I believe, is a lane violation. And it's going to be a technical free throw for Kyrie Coates.
A tech for a lane violation.
And it's up, and it is good. 33-24, making it a 9-point game. Kyrie Coates able to convert. Sideline out of bounds right next to our broadcast table.
Oh, for defense. Oh,
yep. Yeah, it was a lane violation for defense.
For defense, all right.
Yep. So, resulted in a technical free throw. A little stoppage of play, but Philly All-American gets the 9-point lead. A little bit of a loose ball situation there, and it stays with Philly All-American. Seemed to be off the hands of Daquan Davis. Wasn't able to corral it. Kyrie Coates inbounds it deep. Gets tipped on the on the straightaway three. He had to put it up because of the shot clock. What do you think Danny Rumph has to do to respond here in the first half?
I think Danny Rumph just needs to stay chipping at it because we've seen from history All-American folds in the second half. As long as they keep chipping at that score and make a quick run, they might have this game.
I totally agree. And I don't think this has gotten out of hand at all. I think Danny Rumph is right there, even though they just turned it over real quick. Kyrie Coates going the other way, and he comes up short. Able to keep it in is Danny Rumph, but Anthony Ochefu gets stripped by Coates. Fade away off the glass. He can't get it to fall. Get it in the hands of the point guard. It's going the other way. Anderson to Davis. Short on the transition three. Not able to convert on the wide open opportunity. And here's Chris Lyons back to the corner. A wide open three is way long for a Philly All-American. Kyrie Coates trying to get the offensive rebound on the air ball three. Not able to get it done. Rumph going the other way, and it's 1:30 to go in this first half. A 9-point lead for Philly All-American. Daquan Davis going the other way. Ochefu sets the screen. Swinging through the lane is Robert Smith, the lefty. Not able to get it to go, but Kevin Anderson is there for the steal. And an easy layup. And he's tying his shoe, and Philly All-American with the mistake, and Danny Rumph isn't able to convert on that. That would have been a big swing right there, Tamar.
See, right there, I think instead of just coming in for that three, just you see the man in the middle of the paint, you attack him. You attack him straight up.
And Danny Rumph, I crossed it. And 33-26 is the lead for Philly All-American. We're going to a quick timeout with just under a minute to go in this first half. We're going to be back right after this. This SMBN broadcast is presented by Wilson. Back here for the final minute of this first half, Philly All-American and Danny Rumph. A strong take into the lane for All-American, and it's going to be 2 free throws once again. All-American has been living at the free throw line here in the first half, Tamar.
Yes, and that's great for them because it's easy shots. You by yourself at the line, just knock them free throws down.
And the first one is up. And good. It sat on the back of the rim just for a couple bounces there and was able to go down. It is an 8-point lead, 34-26 for Philly All-American, trying to get their first win. 0-3 start to this Pro-Am. The second one is up and good. 9-point lead. Just 5 seconds to go. Danny Rumph going the other way. Daquan Davis loses it. He pulls a three from way deep, and it seems to be a foul. And Daquan Davis is going to be getting 3 shots at the end of the half. A very boneheaded play from Corbett. Looks like he jabbed at his midsection there. What was that, Tamar?
Hey, man, you got to do what you got to do, you know? But that was a very unnecessary foul. Now you're getting them 3 shots at the free throw line and a chance for them to chip at this lead.
And those are the little things, Tamar. Like, Philly All-American, they've had a problem with containing leads. And then they do that boneheaded play at the end of the first half.
Like, when you have a lead like that and it's like 3 seconds left at the end of the half, and he's barely past half court, let him shoot it. He probably going to miss. Just let him shoot it.
Daquan Davis able to get the last one to go, and it's a 28-35 lead for Philly All-American. We're going to send it to Greta Shustak for our halftime interview. Greta?
Shustak here with Kyrie Coates. You guys are currently 0-3, but now you're leading the game. What's different about this game?
We playing together more, you know, passing the ball. We gotta get more touches on the shooter so we can take this lead back more, but we just passing more. The last games we wasn't really passing.
What are you hoping to see out of your team in the next half?
We just up and more. Just keep going, playing more defense. That's all.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you, Greta. Going into halftime, Philly All-American has a 35-28, 7-point lead, 0-3 squad, trying to take down the 2-0 team, trying to find their first win. We are going to go into a halftime break. SFBN broadcast here for the second game of the Brotherly Love Pro-Am. This has been presented by Wilson. Back here for the second half, second game tonight of the Brotherly Love Pro-Am here, Benjamin Franklin High School, North Philadelphia, right on Broad Street. I'm here for color commentary, James Urban, alongside Tamar Stubbs, my color commentator. And what did you see from that first half there, Tamar?
I mean, I saw great basketball. You know, I think Danny Rumph got to be more efficient, take smarter shots, and especially box out on the defensive side, while all Philly All-American has to do is keep their foot on the gas pedal and do not let go of this lead.
It's been a common theme that we have mentioned early in that first half. Philly All-American able to have a lead but not able to contain it. Let's see how this story plays out in the second half here. A little bit of a cold start for Philly All-American. A step back three, maybe not the shot you want in that opening possession. Just off the mark for number 8, Jaleel Myers. Excuse me, number 3, Khalif Mears. But Danny Rumph going the other way, not able to convert, and it's Stanley Whitaker in transition. John Hall from deep, and that is off the mark. Philly All-American kind of fading away from their aggressive paint play early, taking 2 deep threes.
Yeah, and that's their problem. When the second half, they shy away from getting to the paint, and they settle for threes.
Yep. And just like that, it is a 35-30, just a 5-point lead for Philly All-American. They had a little bit of a lead there. Corbett fouled at the end of the first half. Daquan Davis able to make 2 of the free throws, and then 2 bad shots to start the second half, and it's just a 5-point lead, and Danny Rumph is looking for more to cut it down, and there goes Robert Smith. A good step in 3 there, not able to convert, and here is Albert O'Dern in transition, and that is he goes over, but it's a block. It seems that Danny Rumph, Manigo, wasn't able to set it early enough. Here's the replay of O'Dern. Seems that just at the final second, Tamar, he wasn't able to fully set. A little bit of a slide, I'd say.
Still shifting a little bit. His body's still moving. I think that was a good call by the ref.
I think he was still for a slight second, but you got to be there a little bit earlier for sure. And it's 2 minutes through, and we have Albert O'Dern going to the line for 2 free throws. O'Dern, his first one is up, and it's good. 36-30. Is Philly All-American with the lead. O'Dern, his second one, is also good. 2 for 2 on that trip for O'Dern. Going back the other way quickly is Robert Smith. Forced a little bit and was stripped right away. Here comes Hall going the other way. Whitaker down to the corner. Mears the open 3 off the mark. Rebound for Danny Rumph. Robert Smith misses the easy lay. Manigo doing what he does best, offensive rebound, and there's Gaines able to get it to go. Back to a 5-point game, 32-37. Manigo just continues. He is just a beast down there.
Manigo and Gaines are great players for this team. Manigo could heat up, especially from outside range, and Gaines, he's just a force inside the paint. Not a lot of people can stop that man.
If you're a guard, you just want to play with Gaines and Manigo. Doing like all the dirty work, getting all those extra possessions. Those extra possessions, they come back and they are so key, especially with a team, when you're playing a team like Philly All-American who can't really hold a lead very well.
No, as a guard, you love a player like Gaines because you can just stretch him out and go to the pick and roll with him. As long as he cuts hard, you can dish him off for the pass, or if he does cut hard, it opens up an easy shot for you as the ball handler.
Yep, for sure. And on the last possession, it was Albert O'Dern once again. He has had all the points for Philly All-American. Was able to hit the step-back fadeaway. And now it is Danny Rumph going the other way. Jaleel Myers, he was able to get his first free throw to go. And here's the second one, and he also gets that one to fall. 2 for 2 there. 39-34. It's a 5-point lead. Early in the second half, 6 minutes to go. Philly All-American in the lead here. Here's Stanley Whitaker. Down on the baseline, aggressive defense. Seemed to be maybe off the head of Whitaker, but the refs don't agree, and it stays with Philly All-American. I think it's exactly what Danny Rumph has to do, is just force the issue here in the second half early.
Just keep chipping at it and wait for All-American to fold.
Yep. And there is Mears. Not a very folding play there from Philly All-American. A strong play. Here's the replay. Mears starts on the right wing, takes it to the left over the top of Robert Smith, and that is an and one.
His first 2 three-point shots of the half did not fall, so it was good that he's switching it up, able to get downhill straight to the basket.
Definitely got to stick with that play style. Philly All-American wants to get a W in their column, and Mears makes the three-point play happen by knocking down the free throw, and Manigo is down low. The spin move over the top, and he got hit on the elbow on the way up. He's going to get 2 free throws.
Such a pretty move by Manigo.
Here's the replay. What'd you see here?
Got him in a post. Kind of a Carmelo Anthony-esque move. Able to just got him slipping, do a quick move into a spin, and try to float it up.
And I think being down low in the post, something that's not talked about very much, is the timing of your move. And I think he got it paused for a second, and then it was a quick spin right into that.
That little pause right there made his defender relax. Catch him sleeping, then you spurt with a quick move.
I just love Manigo's game. He has been awesome so far. It's a 6-point lead for Philly All-American nonetheless. 42-36 with 4 minutes to go. John Hall with the fadeaway shot, not able to get it to go. Here's Robert Smith in transition. The pull-up lefty is butter there. And it is 42-38, a 4-point game. A very tough move by Robert Smith.
Very tough move. I love that pull-up. Another one right here, back-to-back.
Stanley Whitaker, I believe, his first bucket of the game. He gets that one to go on the pull-up, and it's back to 6-point lead for Philly All-American. Rumph goes through the lane, gets it hit out of his hands, and it's going back to Philly All-American with just under 3:30 to go in this third quarter. How do you think Danny Rumph has started out in the second half, Damon?
I think Danny Rumph started out good. You know, they just gotta take efficient shots, consistent efficient shots.
And there's Jaleel Myers going the other way. Jaleel Myers off the turnover, and then Robert Smith, 2 back-to-back buckets for Danny Rumph, and just like that, it's a 3-point game. Philly All-Americans lead is in a little bit of trouble, and they want a timeout. Here's the replay. What'd you see here, Tamar?
I think he should have. I mean, it's a great shot for him. I thought he was going to force the issue right to the basket, but I think it was smart for him to stop as a big defender was in the paint, and he's very springy. He got hops, so I like that shot. He made it, he knocked it down, took it to a 3-point game.
He made the pull-up beforehand, so he was feeling a little bit. And just like that, the lead has been cut down to 3 for Philly All-American. It is back in trouble for them. 2:52 to go in this third quarter. We're going to take a short break and be back in just a second. Back for the final 3 minutes of this third quarter of the second game tonight here at the Pro-Am Brotherly Love. It's a 44-41 lead for Philly All-American. SFBN broadcast is presented by Wilson. Early in the possession, it's a turnover by Corbett. He got stripped away, and Robert Smith going the other way, making 2 shots in a row before that, but he's not able to make that one fall. And here's John Hall, stripped once again by Isaiah Gaines, but it stays with Philly All-American.
I mean, we're 3-point game. We're looking at a little deja vu of that they had a double-digit point lead, and it's just swindling. The more crunch time goes into the game.
I think this is starting to become a serious issue for Philly All-American. It's almost like it's part of their identity to just blow leads, because once you do it a few times over and over, it's just like it's a complacent trait that they have once they get a lead. It's just they don't play the same brand of basketball.
It just sticks with you.
Yep. Philly All-American was able to score on the possession before that, but Danny Rumph comes right back, and it's a 3-point lead for Philly All-American, 46-43 with just under 2 minutes to go. Corbett putting on a dribbling clinic and going nowhere, and it is going back to Danny Rumph. Not the greatest possession there from Corbett.
This is Philly All-Americans, I believe, third turnover in the last 5 possessions. They gotta patch that up and fix it.
Yep. Just like that, it's a 3-point lead. Substitutes Anthony Ochefu coming into the game, and Kevin Anderson, number 7 for Danny Rumph. Daquan Davis puts it up top to Kevin Anderson's hands. He's at the top of the key. Anthony Ochefu coming to set a screen. Kevin Anderson with the step-back dribble, takes the shot. Manigo always there when you need him. And up and in, the and one. Manigo being a beast this entire Pro-Am and continues it right now. Here's the replay. He gets an offensive rebound over 2 guys. He gets it over O'Dern and Corbett, and up and in with the and one.
2 guys, both his size or taller than him. Just Manigo is that microwave, that X factor.
He
when
knows
you need
where
a
to
bucket, he knows where to be.
Yep.
He got experience. When you need a bucket, he is there.
And he's able to convert the 3-point play, and Manigo just doing it Oh, just getting an offensive rebound. That is a really underrated play. Just knows where to be at all times. I need to get an offensive rebound count on him. I got to look at the stat sheet afterwards. And just like that, it's a tie game, and Philly All-American's lead has been decimated, like we say. It always happens, and Danny Rumph looking to get their first lead. Kevin Anderson here. 20 seconds to go, but he turns it over. Anderson and Jaleel Myers going the other way to just let Philly All-American breathe a little bit and get a 2-point lead. 10 seconds to go in this third quarter. It's 48-46 Philly All-American. Manigo has the ball. He kicks it opposite end. Just short on the 3 ball. 3, 2, 1. Here's Mears. Lays it in. And just like that, it's back to a 4-point lead. It was 46-46. Philly All-Americans in trouble, but 2 clutch plays at the end of the third quarter for them there.
Nice 4-point swing from Philly All-American. Right now, if they want to get this win, it's about urgency, sense of urgency. They need to get up and down that court, take good shots, and they could possibly win this game.
And that is all for the third quarter here, folks. 50-46 is the lead for Philly All-American trying to find their first win. This SFBN broadcast has been presented by Wilson. Back here for the fourth quarter, I'm James Urban, alongside Tamar Stubbs, my color commentator. It is the opening of the fourth quarter. 50-46 is Philly All-American, and we are looking to see if it's going to be deja vu all over again, Tamar.
It's looking like it, but as long as I like that 4-point swing Philly All-American just had, as long as they keep that urgency, they might have this game.
And Manigo, once again, another offensive rebound. Here's the replay. Manigo makes it a 2-point game, 50-48. And it is Khalif Mears going to the line for 2, trying to make it a 4-point play. He had the buzzer beater layup at the end of the third.
Yeah.
Misses the first. And I assume all of our listeners are aware of the target score. Whoever has the lead under 4 minutes, you add 8, and that is the target score. Right now, there is 9 minutes to go, and Philly All-American has a 3-point lead, 51-48. Here is Daquan Davis, gives it up to Manigo, who's been a beast all night, comes up just short on that layup. Right back to him is Manigo, and he is a beast that no one can contain right now. It is a 51-50 lead. Philly All-American, just a 1-point lead here. Mears trying to make it some more. He gets fouled on the way through the lane. 8:30 to go. Tamar, what do you expect to see in this fourth quarter from both teams?
I expect to see a lot of scoring from Manigo on Danny Rumph's side. And I expect to see a little takeover from Khalif Mears himself. I feel as though when he gets integrated in the game, it makes it easier for Philly All-American as a team.
And Manigo got a little too aggressive on defense. Should have stayed down, got his hand up on the elbow of Albert O'Dern on the fadeaway. Not a shot you need to foul.
Yeah, not a shot you need to foul. It's a fadeaway, so just try to keep a good contest. If he make it, he make it.
Yeah, exactly. You got to tip your cap if he gets that to go.
Mm-hmm.
In some minutes that we see on Danny Rumph is number 15, Naeem Johnson with the red undershirt. Has been out here much, but looking to see if he can contribute to Danny Rumph in this fourth quarter, where crunch time is coming up very, very soon. And Albert O'Dern is able to knock down the first. And it's a 52-50 lead for Philly All-American. once again trying to get their first win in this Pro-Am in the first year at Benjamin Franklin High School in North Philadelphia. He makes both. It's a 3-point lead, 53-50 for Philly All-American. Ochefu gives it back to Daquan Davis. Daquan Davis goes to the lane. It's a tough shot. He comes up short, and John Hall gains the rebound. It's Jaleel Myers going the other way. He gets trapped at half court, gets out of it, and here's Corbett through the lane. Easy finish for the left-hander. Makes it a 5-point lead for Philly All-American, 55-50. Naeem Johnson gives it to Daquan Davis. Spins, gets fouled on the way up, and he's going to get in two. Here's the replay. What'd you see, Tamar?
Just a great way to sell that foul. Got 2 feet in the paint, pump fake to get both of his defenders in the air. Now he goes up as they go down, and that's where the foul occurred.
Daquan Davis, the first of 2, able to get it to fall, nothing but net. 55-51 with 6 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. It is number 7, Chris Lyons for Philly All-American, coming to sub in John Hall for the time being in the middle of this fourth quarter. Daquan Davis converts on the nice move in the pump fake, makes both free throws, and it is a 3-point lead. Albert O'Dern the other way for Philly All-American, finds the cutting Jaleel Myers, but a turnover. Comes back in the hands of Chris Lyons, back in the hands of Jaleel Myers, and another turnover. Back-to-back turnovers, sloppy play from Myers. Kevin Anderson going the other way, and a tough finish, and it's a 1-point lead just like that. Both these teams fighting who's going to have the lead for the target score moments. Corbett coming up the lane on the right wing, gives it down low to O'Dern, who's been loving the fadeaway. He takes one yet again, and he gets it to go. Albert O'Dern, been loving that shot all night, and he gets that one to fall. It's 57-54, Philly All-American. Jaleel Myers gets a little too handsy out on the wing, and it's a foul on him. 57-54, Philly All-American with the lead. What do you think you want to see in these final moments, Tamar?
Well, I'm surprised somebody number 7 on All-American, Chris Lyons, didn't really put his mark on the game. He's a high flyer. He's a big body. I'm just surprised he didn't put his mark on the game. I wish he would do this late into the fourth.
He has the closing moments to redeem himself. Daquan Davis comes up way short, just hits the rim on the pull-up J. It's going the other way.
Another
There's a turnover. Here's Robert Smith Jr. off the backboard to Manigo. What a tough highlight play from Danny Rumph. Coming back, making it a 1-point game. It's 57-56. And the 4-minute time is coming up. Corbett is going to the line, and that is going to be the 4-minute score, 57-56. Here's the turnover.
Costly.
Robert Smith. Maybe a play that a coach wouldn't have really liked to see in this kind of moment, but Manigo is able to go up and get it and make it a 1-point game, but now it's a 2-point game with Corbett getting it to go. I think the target score should be set any moment. Should be announced from the MC in any moment now. But right now, Corbett has one more free throw to go. It's 58-56. We are going to take a short break before the closing moments here on SFBN broadcast presented by Wilson. We will be right back. Back here for the closing moments. The target score We have set on our broadcast is 66 right now. It's either going to be 66 or 65. But nonetheless, the score right now is 58-56 with Corbett having one more free throw to shoot. What do you think you're going to see in these final moments, Tamar?
I just expect real scrappy play. You know, the more I see Philly All-American, they beat themselves. And what I mean in beating themselves as they start off strong, but then they lax off. They get unnecessary, unforced turnovers and not the smartest shots at the basket. And it's never to the fault of the other team. It's always to the fault of themselves.
And here we have it, folks. The Elam Endon set at 66. Can Philly All-American get their first win of this Pro-Am? They have a 3-point lead, 59-56, and they give up a bucket there from the sweet lefty, Robert Smith. And it's a 1-point game. Danny Rumph down one. It's 59-58. Going the other way is the pull-up Stanley Whitaker. He's not able to get it to go. Daquan Davis looking to give Rumph the lead, and he can't get it to go. Misses the layup. Albert O'Dern pushes it up ahead to Whitaker. A little bit of a risky pass, and he turns it over. And here's Gaines. Gives it back up to the guard. Danny Rumph. Been right knocking at the door, trying to get a lead. And there's a foul. And Danny Rumph is going to get two chances to hopefully get a 1-point lead for their team. Here's the replay. Dives through the lane, and then a nice pass. Maybe could have shot the layup, but gives up the shot for maybe a better look on the right side of the cup. And Daquan Davis is going to get two chances with his team down one. And the Elam Ending, like I said, set at 66. Danny Rumph looking to improve to 3-0. And Philly All-American looking to get their first win. It is notched up at 59. Elam Ending 66. Daquan Davis trying to give Danny Rumph the lead. And they finally get it done. It is 60-59, and Philly All-American is in the same position that they have always been in, Tamar.
Yes, sir. And I just alluded to earlier. They beat themselves.
Yep. Here's Albert O'Dern coming off the screen from John Hall, and he's able to get it to go. That is a big, big shot for Philly All-American. Now 4 points away from getting their first win, 62-60. Daquan Davis doesn't look concerned whatsoever. He brings it up in his hands, looking to operate. Davis gives it down low to Manigo. Manigo spins, not able to get anything, kicks it out, almost turns it over. Bang! A deep three on the almost broken play from Danny Rumph. Back-to-back clutch threes for both teams, and it's a 63-62 lead for Danny Rumph. Danny Rumph 3 points away from 66. Almost a travel. Do they call it travel? And it's a travel going the other way. Danny Rumph is 1 3-pointer away from ending this one and giving a heartbreaking ending for Philly All-American. I think Philly All-American wants a timeout, and they're going to get it to talk things over. 63-62. We're going to take a real quick break. Going to be right back as both these teams try and fight to get to 66. The Elam Ending is in the coming moments here, folks. 66 is the target score. Danny Rumph can end it right here with a dagger three or get 1 point away with a 2. Daquan Davis has it in his hands. Manigo on the left wing to the lane. An extra step through. Very bad shot selection there.
Not a good shot. Not a good shot at all.
Tyree Corbett going the other way. Definitely a foul there, and he got the call. Tyree Corbett's going to get 2 shots. Here's the replay. Tyree Corbett taking things into his own hands here.
He's been taking it to his own hands since tip-off, you know. And I feel like he's been that driving force to just keeping this game relevant for them. And I love what I'm seeing from Tyree Corbett.
How about that sequence with Davis giving Rumph the 1-point lead, 60-59. John Hall comes back with a clutch 3, makes it 62-60, and then Rumph comes back with the broken play 3. And it leads us to where we're at right now, 63-62. This game has been exciting here.
That Rumph shot was a very clutch shot. It takes true confidence in your ability to be able to take that shot that far away off a broken play. These guys are true ballers.
Both these teams, Rumph trying to stay perfect. Philly All-American trying to avoid being unperfect. Trying to avoid going 0-4. Corbett not helping him out, missing the first free throw. Can tie it up right here on the second, and he gets it to go. 63-63. It's notched up. Both these teams can close it out with a 3 on either end.
All Philly All-American got to do to secure this win. Get a stop and a good shot on the next possession. That's all they need. One more stop.
Got to cover the three-pointer here. Corbett staying out early. Daquan Davis gets blocked on the three-point attempt. Rumph wants a timeout. Here's Robert.
That's
Smith.
that one stop.
There's Robert
That's
Smith.
the one stop.
Another broken play. Beforehand, it ended in a 3 for Rumph, but there it ends in a turnover. And Philly All-American is hungry for their first win. Tamar, do you go for a 3 or a 2 right here?
I go for the 3.
You go for the 3. You go for the win, Tamar says. Philly All-American is hungry. John Hall is outside. Here's O'Dern, the pull-up. Won't take it. Corbett has it. They can take their time. There's no clock, folks. Corbett goes to the lane and gets an easy layup. They take the 2.
Just right now, they need to lock up.
Still the same scenario.
They need to lock up.
Same scenario on defense like last time. Philly All-American wants to cover the three-point line. It's 65-63, Philly All-American. Here's Gaines from the straightaway 3. Way short. You can see that was short from right away. You can see that was short. Time off.
Yeah. Isaiah Gaines might have sold the game.
Yeah, that was maybe not the guy you wanted to have the ball in his hands in there.
Not the guy you want to shoot the 3. He might have just sold the game.
As the MC would say, it's na-na-na-na time. And here's Corbett. All they need is 1 point. Philly All-American trying to get their first win. It stays with them. Corbett gets it blocked out of bounds. It's going to be a baseline out of bounds for Philly All-American.
All-American bench was looking for that foul. But at a time like this, these refs is not going to call it unless it's just super blatant. They're going to let these guys play out.
Philly All-American gives it to John Hall on the left wing. It's out to Stanley Whitaker. Stanley Whitaker, the pull-up.
That's not a right there. You take the 2.
Yeah. Why would you shoot that? Philly All-American tries to save themselves some time to get back on defense, and they get it done with the tip out.
That's not a good shot. Why? If you are 1 point away, there's no need to take the 3 at that time.
Selfish shot.
I see if the score was 63, you could take that 3, but it's 65.
And how heartbreaking would it be for Philly All-American to waste a possession and then lose on a 3? But it goes the other way, and they trade 2s, both lefty lay-ins. It's 65-65. It was Corbett, and then for Philly All-American, then Rumph goes the other way. 1 point away for both squads. Corbett has it on the right wing, trying to get Philly All-American their first win. Can he get it done? Corbett goes to the lane, floats it up off the back of the rim, and Manigo doing what he does best, gets a rebound. Hearts are beating out of their chest for both ends. Danny Rumph takes their time. On the left wing is Danny Rumph. Down low to Isaiah Gaines, and what
No.
It seemed like he got a piece of the ball, but I think he put his hand on his shoulder there, Tamar.
Yes. Right. It looked like
right there.
He got caught sleeping right there for that roll. And this is what I was talking about. He don't need to be shooting 3s. He needs to get in that pick and roll. But right now, I wonder where Isaiah Gaines' confidence is at from shooting that air ball.
The air ball.
I want to see where's his confidence.
And it's going to be heartbreaking to lose on a free throw if he can get this to go because the poor shot selection. Oh, and he misses the first. Isaiah Gaines off the side of the rim there, in and out. It still sits notched up at 65-65. He's got another chance to end this one, to send Philly All-American to 0-4, and he does it. And that is game. Some very poor shot selection from Philly All-American to end that one. And they get sent to 0-4, and Danny Rumph Classic goes to 3-0. Philly All-American just can't seem to figure out those leads, Tamar.
As I said, Philly All-American beats himself with poor shot selection and turnover. I see if the score was 63 for him to take that three-pointer, but why take the three when you only need 1 point to win? That comes with experience and knowing the situation. Bad loss to Philly All-American.
That I want to say, Tamar, out of all of their blown lead losses.
This is the worst. This is the worst.
I was just about to say, I think that was the worst.
Yes. Another double-digit lead.
I got to say, like, the last one was 17, but that one was just such a winnable game. And what I mentioned earlier I said Manigo bought his team extra possessions, and they ended up winning by 1 point on a free throw. Yep. All those extra offensive rebounds just ended up being so important for Danny Rumph. And to close off with a post-game interview, we are sending it to Greta Schustack. Greta?
I'm Greta Schustack here with Mike Wilson from Danny Rumph. You guys just won your 4th game in a row. Would you say you're on a winning streak?
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little winning streak. For a little while. We'll see how long we keep it going.
What are your plans to secure a spot in the playoffs?
Keep winning. Keep figuring out how to get some stops on the defensive end, some easy scores, try to play together the best we can. And we see how it all unfolds.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Greta. Thank you, Greta. I appreciate that. Mike Wilson, of course, with the very clutch broken play 3 there in the final moments. What a great shot from him. And Danny Rumph improves to a continuing an undefeated record. Philly All-American blown lead once again. But I think we just saw a great game there, Tamar.
Very great game. It was a great entertaining game from start to finish.
Yeah.
You know, Philly All-American just can't figure it out this year. Last season's chance, just can't figure it out this year.
Yep, and Danny Rumph, undefeated, and Philly All-American still looking for their first win. Very tough loss for them. That will be all from the second game here tonight from Benjamin Franklin High School Brotherly Love Pro-Am. We got one more for the nightcap, but that will be all from me, myself, James Urban, and my color commentator, Tamar Stubbs. Thank you guys all for tuning in. That is all from this SF Beyond broadcast presented by Wilson. Hello and welcome on into the third and final game of tonight's triple header. This one featuring Rec 6 and Lewis Leonard basketball here on SFBN for the Brotherly Love Pro-Am League. We're going to send it first over to our sideline reporter, Dominique Vincent.
Sports Fan Base Network. Tonight for the third and final game, we have Lou Leonard facing off against Rec 6. Both teams are currently 2-0, but both teams also have amazing chemistry, and they both have players that are willing to put it on the court every single time that they play. We'll see who's walking away with their third and final win of the night. Back to you.
Thank you, Dominique. And with that, we'll take a short break and then come right back for the start of the game time coming up very soon. Stick around. Welcome on back in for our third and final game. Just set, ready to tip off very soon. We have Lewis Leonard basketball against Rec 6. The battle of the two undefeated teams, both 2-0 in this one. Jake Gable alongside Greg Starks. And Greg, we have a very surprising not playing player tonight. Why don't you tell us about who's not playing?
Yes, I've noticed that Sam Sessoms is not playing. He is currently in street clothes. He was playing around the basketball. I thought he was just waiting a little bit to get warmed up, but looks like he won't be playing. But all is not lost for Lewis Leonard because they do have Marcus Kennedy. He is the second head in this dynamic, in this two-headed dragon. So it's interesting to see how they adjust without their star point guard.
Quick start here, and Rec 6 is already on the board with the layup. Here comes Lou Leonard. He's still going right to the rim and getting the layup to go. Lou Leonard answers back.
Yeah, Sarah Stover. You kind of have to see Lewis Leonard, even though they are dominated by just two guys on offense, they are a really good all-around basketball team. So it's interesting to see how they're playing right now without their point guard. Let's see if they can keep it up throughout the game.
What a lob and jam there from Lewis Leonard. Rec 6 trying to answer. Fighting for the basketball. Three, no good from Rec 6. Lewis Leonard going up again, and that's no good, but will get the foul call. There's Marcus Thomas. as we get a replay.
Yeah, I noticed in all the previous games, it seems the refs are going to call a lot of these ticky-tacky fouls that we just saw, like a perfect alley-oop slam there. Perfect chemistry by Lewis Leonard.
So at the line now is Marcus 50 Thomas, nicknamed 50, from Philadelphia. Played at Rosemont College and averaged 18 points per game there as he misses the first free throw. Now normally with the Lewis Leonard basketball team, it's Sam Sessions and Marcus Thomas working together. It's normally a 1-2 punch and nothing else, but a lot of other guys are going to have to step up tonight. But Lewis Leonard off to the hot start.
Usually this is where you see what a team is really made of when you have a star player down. Are you a group of individuals, or are you actually play as a team? And right now, Lewis Leonard is showing that they are capable of winning without Sam Sessions.
Luke Lundy with that last layup. Here's the shot, no good there, and rebounded by Gilbert. Fighting through the defense and turning it over was Dowdy.
Yeah, kind of got up in the air and just kind of lost track and didn't know what to do and threw it away. But a nice rejection there.
Yeah, that's swatted away by Mike Watkins. We'll get a replay of that one.
And Mike Watkins got up. And you notice, like, Rec 6, as we talked before this game, are probably one of the most well-balanced teams in this summer league. They have two bigs in the paint that protect the rim really well, and it's hard to score them in the paint, as we just see Marcus Kennedy getting into the paint scoring. As I just said, Rec 6 is good at defending the paint.
Yeah, 50 is going off yet again. Lewis Leonard doing well so far without the star player. Pass inside to Welton. Welton posting up, has it poked away, but a late whistle will result in a foul call there.
There it is again, these small ticky-tacky fouls that they're really calling a lot. And I'm shocked that they're making these calls in the summer league.
Yeah, it's been consistent throughout the night, and it's definitely transitioning over to the late game. All the refs have remained the same the entire night. As we have Welton on the baseline, kicks out to Lundy. Lundy trying to get something going on the left wing. He drives baseline, gets up the layup, and gets it in with the right hand.
A nice, strong finish there by Lundy. And Rec 6 is a team that gets to the paint really well, and they are really good at finishing at the rim. So you want to keep them out the paint and force them to take those perimeter shots.
Marcus Thomas with it, driving with the right, can't get the layup to go. And here comes Rec 6. Dowdy with it, he's going to pull up a three, and he's going to be way short on that one. Lewis Leonard trying to get something going in transition, but ends up turning it over. Lundy with it, pass to the corner for Tyreek Riddick, who nails the three and gives Rec 6 their first lead of the game.
Yeah, Tyreek Riddick or Ty. Find a nice spot in the corner and run the three-point line and knock down the jumper, giving Rec 6 a 9-7 lead.
And looks like that's going to be a foul there as we get a replay of the last score. Yeah, that replay of the three there from Tyreek Riddick to give Rec 6 the lead. Lewis Leonard at the line now.
Jake, I have to ask, if you're Lewis Leonard, how would you operate or approach this game without Sam Sessions?
I think that there's a lot of talent on this team as that one goes in, that Sam Sessions deserves to have the ball in his hands, but that doesn't mean the other guys around him can't score on their own. So I think you just need to see more of a team approach here as Lewis Leonard ties this game up with 2 free throws.
Yeah, as much as he may want to, I don't think Marcus Kennedy needs to try to play superhero tonight, because I think playing superhero will probably end you in an L, give them their first L of the season.
Yeah, and Welton there with the jam. Benefiting off some sloppy basketball from Lou Leonard. 50 working through the defense, gives it to Ray Somerville. Can't get that floater to go, and here comes Quadir Welton. Welton driving, gives it to Tyreek Riddick. Shooting that one, can't get that one to go. Bringing the ball up now. Stover drives in and loses it up on the way up, but gets fouled.
Yeah, so far, Rec 6 keeping within 2, leading Lewis Leonard. I feel Lewis Leonard needs to probably stay into shooting range. You can't let Rec 6 get too far ahead. Because right now, whenever the case is, Lewis Leonard is in uncharted territory. And none of us have seen how they are without Sam Sessions. So this game is going to be a really learning process and a learning curve for this team.
Yeah, and they might have picked the worst game to have him missing. Another 2-0 team, Rec 6, getting that rebound there, Mike Watkins. Lundy guarded by 50, pass inside to Welton. Pass outside, and Riddick losing it, but working inside is fouled there. Welton going back to the line.
You see he lost the ball there, but Quaddy was there. Another big of Rec 6 that's very, very hard to move off the post. He gets his way to the line shooting 2.
So Quadir Welton at the line, played his college ball at St. Peter's. Misses the first, averaged 12 points per game and 8 rebounds per game in his senior year. Played in last year's TBT tournament for Peacock Nation. As he makes the second there, give Rec 6 a 2-point lead with about just over 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Shot Johnson with the shot. That one missed, and Welton will rebound.
Jake Apofilo, we may see 50 play all the minutes here tonight. I don't think he'll get a rest.
As Mike Watkins misses the fadeaway. Yeah, a short bench here for Lou Leonard. 50. Guarded by Dowdy, but that pass is stolen by Mike Watkins. Dowdy in transition gives it back to Mike Watkins, who slams it. The 6'9" Mike Watkins doesn't have to get too high up to dunk that one down. And Rec 6 up by 4.
Yeah, that was probably a poor pass by Marcus Kennedy there. Not really paying any attention to the defender and his positioning, just kind of threw it away.
That one missed, and Dowdy is driving through the lane and can get it off glass with the right hand. Rec 6 with his largest lead of the game at 6 so far.
Yeah, Rec 6 are feasting right now, and a perfectly called timeout for Lewis Leonard, because the game is starting to get away with him.
Here's that slam there from Mike Watkins, the fancy behind the back, just leaving it up on a plate there. Pass from Samir Dowdy. And Rec 6 up by 6 right now with just over a minute to go in this first quarter. Do you think that what they're talking about right now might be the offensive struggles that Lewis Leonard is having without Sessoms, or do you see this as more of a defensive timeout?
This is probably a combination of both, because offensively they seem really stagnant. When the ball is not in 50's hands, they seem like they don't really know what to do. And if that, again, force out of bad shots and bad turnovers. And on the defensive end, they're struggling with those bigs of Rec 6, and a lot of teams are struggling with them. So they need to somehow force them, like I said earlier, get them away from the paint and push them more towards the perimeter and force them to knock down those perimeter shots.
Lewis Leonard set to check in here on the near sideline. Pass in to Stover, passing it to 50.
It is nice to see that Sam Sessions is up and trying to coach his team as well, give them kind of some key insights from his side of point of view.
I'm speculating here, but I have a feeling it's not injury related, as the shot comes up and that one's missed by Wally. Anthony Beckton on the layup, no good. And Tyrese Riddick is going to take a deep pull-up three. He's going to be short on that one. Fighting for it. Lewis Leonard comes up with it.
Yeah, I think Tata was just kind of feeling it on that one. Just kind of chucked it up from deep like a heat check range.
Losing that layup was Ray Somerville, and Dowdy converts on the other end. Lead up to 8 now for Rec 6.
Yeah, Rec 6 is kind of starting to pull away here as the offensive struggles are starting to mount for Lewis Leonard.
50, guarded by Dowdy. Gets the defender in the air and draws the foul with 2.5 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Let's take a look.
Yeah, gets his defender up in the air and then forces the contact, draws the foul. Smart offensive play, good IQ there. Gets to the line to be shooting 3 now.
Yeah, huge for Lewis Leonard. They've been struggling as 50 gets the first one to go there. The second one, no good.
So I guess it wasn't a three-point play.
We have stopped it. It looks like everyone but the shooter knew it was a three-point play. You were right on that,
I thought
Greg.
he was around a three-point line. I was wondering why they were taking the ball out.
So, one more shot here, and that one's good. So, 2 out of 3, good for 50. And trying to get a quick 3. Samir Dowdy hitting the buzzer-beating 3. Let's take a look at that. Hand right in his face from the 6'11" arms of Ray Somerville. Dowdy still hits it.
You can't play any better defense than that. That's just good offense.
So the end of the first quarter, Rec 6 is up 21-12 on Lewis Leonard basketball. We'll take a short break and come back here for the start of the second quarter. Coming up. Back here in Philadelphia for the third game of tonight's triple header as Ray Somerville gets that layup to go, making it 21-14. Some subs coming on in for Rec 6. Pass inside, tripping and falling there.
You know what I've noticed from that first quarter was that Rec 6, whenever they got a rebound, they were out on the fast break looking to run and taking advantage of kind of the uneven numbers on the other end of the court that Lewis Leonard didn't have enough men back to defend properly, and that's what kind of sparked that run by Rec 6. So it looks like Lewis Leonard is going to have to limit these transition fast break opportunities.
Yeah. And a near steal there from Taiwan McKee, but unable to get it. Here's Stover. Out on the perimeter, dribbling between the legs, drives middle, but ends up falling and drawing the foul on the drive.
Yeah, a lot of people are falling towards that baseline today. It's kind of been a scary sight anytime someone hits the ground.
Yeah, a couple of injuries earlier on. Always take a second breath when they fall down as we get a quick shot here. Shot no good.
Yeah, Ahmad Gilbert can't get that three-pointer to go. But quickly down the court comes Rec 6. As I said, they're looking to run in transition.
Pass shot there from Taiwan McKee, who has the backwards jersey on, no good.
Just about to ask you about that. Is his jersey backwards?
As we get the 3 there going out of bounds. I was on the call for the Legacy game that happened last Saturday, and this is the first time I've seen McKee wear his jersey backwards, and it worked for him. He had a really good game, so maybe he's going with a little superstition here.
You know, athletes can't be superstitious, and maybe he's hoping he has a big night here tonight.
Yeah, he hit several threes in that game. As Mike Watkins puts up a 3 of his own, that one no good. So 50 bringing the ball past half court. Drives middle, gets the foul. Looks like the call is on the floor, so no shot. Whether you believe it was goaltending or not, it does not impact.
Yeah, I do think it was goaltending, but again, the foul, like you said, was before the shot, so whatever happens, that doesn't matter. Stay Lewis Leonard's ball.
And it looks like they're arguing for that same reason, but going to be a side out here. Get the pass in. It's Gilbert. Gilbert on Menace. Can't get his shot to go. Fighting for the rebound. Rec 6 comes up with it. McKee pushing up to Menace. Menace spin move. Gets the layup to go off glass. And Rec 6 has a 9-point lead right now.
Yeah, Lewis Leonard just can't get anything to go offensively. Like, they cannot, there's like an invisible lid on the basket, and they just can't take that lid off right now.
50 all the way out at half court. He drives by the defender, passes off, and Somerville can't get the dunk to go, but he does get the call. So that'll be 2 at the line for Ray Somerville.
Again, the sense that the crowd is pro Rec 6, just judging by the foul call, the crowd not liking it here. We do have to say we have a pretty full house here tonight.
Yeah, the main event for tonight, 2-0 teams heading into this game. Only one will leave undefeated, however, as Ray Somerville gets ready to take his first from the line.
Yeah, Jake, I wonder how everyone reacted. Like, did they react as us the same way we did when we saw as Lewis Leonard was warming up and Sam Sessions just kind of standing in street clothes? We're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
He was part of the main event tonight.
While he's not contributing on the court, he has been very active on the sidelines trying to coach up his team as Biggie Menace drives but loses it out of bounds. So Lewis Leonard fortunate to get that one right back.
Yeah, Lewis Leonard, like the coach is just saying now, they have to get back. Don't worry about the boards, just get back as fast as you can because Rec 6 is going to run.
You can see Sam Sessions walking all the way out onto the court, trying to advise his teammates as the floater is no good there.
He just can't get anything to go. That isn't a free throw.
So Dowdy guarded by Lou Leonard. Gets the screen, gives it in to Mike Watkins, fighting for it, puts up the shot and is fouled, so Mike Watkins will go to the line.
Nice replay here. Then you try to get an alley-oop, but good defensive stop. But you can't keep Mike Watkins down for long. He's forces his way to get fouled there. Goes to the line shooting 2.
So timeout here from Lewis Leonard. We'll head to a very short break and come back for both of Mike Watkins' free throws. You're watching the Brotherly Love Pro-Am on SFBN, sponsored by Wilson. We are back here at Ben Franklin High School on North Law Street in Philadelphia for Rec 6 against Lewis Leonard basketball here on SFBN for the Brotherly Love Pro-Am League. Mike Watkins got fouled right before the break, so he'll be shooting 2. Watkins played his college ball at Penn State as he drains the first. Averaged nearly 10 points per game and 8 rebounds per game in his time at Penn State as he drains 2. Rec 6 with their largest lead of the game in double digits, 25-15. Pass over to Gilbert. Guarded by McKee. Driving baseline, getting the layup to go is Johnson.
Finally, something goes in the basket for Lewis Leonard. Hopefully that will spark a little momentum for them.
So Dowdy bringing the ball up court, driving by the defender, trying to get the layup up is rejected. And here comes Lou Leonard in transition. Johnson getting all the way to the rim, can't get it. Fighting for the rebound. Rec 6 will come up with it. Wide open.
Nice defense. Perfect block there at the rim.
Pass inside, but the recipient wasn't looking. 50 trying to get that pass off to his teammate, but no one there to catch it. So Rec 6 gets the ball back. 25-17, 3:15 left in this first half. Deshaun Biggie minus bringing up the ball here. Passes inside to Welton on the block. Spinning, putting up the bank shot and gets it. That was a tough shot there by Welton, but he gets it to go.
The quaddy there again. Perfect footwork in the paint in a low block area. Gets the ball to go off the box.
Deep three from 50, can't get it.
10-point lead right now for Rec 6, Jake.
Welton trying to go all the way himself, has it swatted away, but will stay Rec 6 ball. Reddick set to inbound for Rec 6. Welton right there for him, and get it into him. Posting up again, passes it off. Can't get that, and fighting for it, Mike Watkins gets the slam after several attempts to get the shot off, and Rec 6 pushes their lead to 12.
And the strength the Rec 6 is showing, they're just muscling their way in the paint, forcing the issue right now.
And the floater good from 50 from the foul line. Trying to spark some offense and life into the Lewis Leonard team. Biggie drives in, gets the left-hand layup out. Looked like it was going to go, but a foul call on that.
Yeah, Rashad Johnson kind of hooking his man there, hooking Quaddy. That's called a foul. As the ref is kind of explaining it here to the Lewis Leonard side.
Yeah, ends up right in the middle of their huddle as we get another timeout here for Lewis Leonard. A 10-point lead here for Rec 6 with under 2 minutes to go in this first half. And in the absence of Sam Sessoms, the star of today's game so far has come from Rec 6. Quadir Welton has been putting on a show on the low block.
Yeah, he's kind of just been unstoppable down here. Welton and Watkins, Mike Watkins, have just been the other dynamic duo that just showed up tonight. And those two in the paint are really, really hard to stop. Because you see, this league is mostly dominated by guards, and not a lot of teams have the height or the strength to deal with them in the paint. And they're taking full advantage of that here.
Yeah, Welton 6'8", Watkins 6'9", two of the tallest players on the court. Rec 6 checking in and getting it right to Welton. Driving, putting up, and fouled. Welton will go back to the free throw line yet again.
You cannot guard these guys one-on-one. You need to send help whenever they're isolated on the paint.
Yeah, the only guy that matches up size-wise for Lewis Leonard is Ray Somerville at 6'11", but outside of that, not too many other big bodies as Welton gets the first to switch through the net.
30-19. Jake, I know Sam Sessions is out tonight, but were you expecting this big of a lead so far for Rec 6? Or are you surprised?
I'm a little surprised. I thought it would be a little bit closer, but it's not too surprising considering what Sessions has done, but there's a good attempt to try to get the Lewis Leonard back into the game as Stover makes the layup.
Yeah, and I will say, in the earlier games on Tuesday, we have seen teams blow leads. So it is possible Lewis Leonard can spark a run, even though they just committed an and one there.
And Deshaun Biggie Minus getting the and one there will shoot the free throw for the and one opportunity. Gets his own rebound and came down, put it right back up, and ends up at the free throw line.
Yeah, 32-21 ball game.
That free throw hits nothing but the net. Lewis Leonard trying to get some points here in the final seconds. Fadeaway shot, misses everything. And Rec 6 won't get the shot off in time. And that will do it here for the first quarter. A dominating performance from Rec 6, who leads 33-21 over Lewis Leonard basketball.
Yeah, I want to say Marcus Kennedy has been kind of quiet here. He hasn't really taken over or put his imprint on the game as I expected him to. He's been pretty passive. I think he's trying to kind of get his teammates warmed up and into the game a little bit. But I think in doing that, he's going cold himself. I think he has to come out in halftime, be on attack mode, and will his team back into this game.
Yeah, I agree. He was getting his shot early in the game for Lewis Leonard, but maybe we'll have our questions answered here as we have Dominique Vincent on the sideline with Sam Sessom.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dominique Vincent, and I'm here with Sam Sessom, who's not in his uniform. Everybody wants to know why.
I sprained my ankle Sunday, so I'm not going to be back until next week.
Are the boys playing the way that you would like them?
Nah, not really. I don't think we making the right basketball plays. We just trying to go one-on-one. We'll be better in the second half.
What do you think specifically that they need to do to close the gap right now?
They just got to play physical. Everybody know when you play Rec 6, they come in with their crowd, they playing physical, so we just got to play like men.
Thank you so much, Sam. Back to you.
Thank you, Dominique. And we'll head to a break here at halftime where you finally get those answers on why Sam Sessoms isn't playing. A sprained ankle. Hope to see Sessoms back in uniform soon, and I'm sure Lewis Leonard would also like to see that as they trail by 12 here at half. We'll be right back for the second half of action coming up soon. Back here at Ben Franklin High School for the second half of Rec 6 and Lewis Leonard basketball. Rec 6 with a commanding lead so far, 33-21, but there's still a lot of basketball to be played. Greg Starks, Jake Gable here on the call as we start our second half. Lewis Leonard bringing the ball up, and there's 50 Thomas. Fade away shot, can't get it to go. Mike Watkins gets the rebound and saves it.
Yeah, going back to our halftime interview that Dominique did, I like what Sam Sessoms had to say. He was correct.
As Welton gets the layup to go.
Yeah, Lewis Leonard, they've been playing really non-physical. And like I've been telling you, Rec 6 is a physically demanding team to go up against. And you have to be physical against them. And Lewis Leonard just hasn't been. And they've allowed them to just muscle their way into the paint and get whatever they wanted. And he's right, they haven't been making the right basketball moves.
Welton working on the block. Gets the late foul call there. And Welton, who seems to be living at the line today, is going to get 2 more.
Yeah, Quadri Welton. I keep telling you, he has a smaller guard on him. That's barbecue sauce alert, as Czech would say all the time. If you can't guard him one-on-one if he's in the paint. You need to bring an extra defender to force him to get the ball out of his hands.
With Somerville on Watkins, is there anything you can do besides doubling on Welton, who's been the high scorer here for Rec 6?
I mean, I guess for their perspective, you can admit, okay, Welton is going to get his, but we're going to make sure no one else can beat us. Like, he has to be the sole guy that can beat us. But that's also another risky strategy as well.
Yeah, because it's definitely making them pay so far, and they also need the offense to back that up. But perhaps that will do. The shot there from Ahmad Gilbert. 3.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of three-pointers made in this game. It's all been at the paint or at the free throw line as Lewis Leonard forces a turnover here.
Perhaps the momentum swinging their way. Hitting the 3 last time, he hits the second one, and all of a sudden the lead's down to single digits.
Gilbert heating up a little bit, knocking down back-to-back three-pointers.
Welton trying to answer, and he has it tipped away and stolen. Here comes Lou Leonard. But that pass kicked out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Mike Watkins maybe kicked it by his foot. But this is the start Lewis Leonard needed coming out of this halftime break.
Pass to Gilbert, trying to hit another 3, and he does!
Gilbert on fire here. I mean, just like that, it's only a 6-point game.
Yeah, you had no idea that they were struggling in the first half. A 6-point game. Dowdy trying to answer, and he can't. Rolling out of the rim.
Feed the hot hand. You have to feed the hot hand right now. He's feeling it.
And they give it to him. Asking for the screen. He gets it, and he'll take it. And he hits it. They call it a 2 on the floor. 2 there. So that will be a timeout there for Rec 6 and an explosion there from Lewis Leonard basketball, fueled by Gilbert there with 4 straight made long-range shots.
And just like that, this game is just flipped on its head, and all the momentum has just shifted onto the side of Lewis Leonard. And you can see Sam Sessoms and his bench hyped up. And now Rec 6 has to just mentally block that out and understand that Lewis Leonard is a good team. They're going to make their runs, but they have to answer with a run of their own now.
Yeah, very huge possessions there. Not only hitting all of those shots, but getting stops and quick stops at that. Turning the ball over. Rec 6 there a lot during that stretch run. Perhaps the timeout will help, but this game all of a sudden got a lot more interesting. Here comes Biggie giving it to Lundy. Driving, puts the shot up and gets it to end the Lewis Leonard run.
Yeah, Wally getting a crucial bucket there for Rec 6. Just kind of keeping them ahead a little bit now, not letting Lewis Leonard get too close.
And they run an action for Gilbert. Step back 3.
Gilbert knocks it down.
4-point game. Gilbert is on another planet right now. Wally trying to answer, cannot. And here's the rebound. Lewis Leonard basketball.
Jay coming into this one after knowing Sam Sessoms were out. We're like 50 has to take over, but it's not 50. It's been Gilbert taking over.
He's trying to get to his spot. He's going to drive this time and gets the layup to go off glass. He's not just a shooter as he grabs this lead to 2.
Star in the making, we're witnessing.
And the big swat off the backboard, but right back to Rec 6. And fortunately, get the layup.
40-36. This game is now any team can win it at this point. And everyone is on their feet here.
Everyone knew where the ball was going. Here comes the shot, and he makes it over the defense. Unreal performance right here. And it's a 1-point game.
He is taking over. He saw his team needed a spark. He is giving more than a spark for his team.
While he drives right, tries to pass into Welton and turns the ball over.
Rec 6 is rattled right now, Jake. They're rattled.
This is the loudest the gym has been all night. And like you mentioned earlier, it seemed like the crowd was favoring Rec 6 early in this game, but they are all on the Lewis Leonard basketball train right now. And they have brought themselves back into this game. Gilbert is exhausted on the bench, taking the first seat there he possibly could after scoring nearly every basket so far in the second half.
Yeah, Gilbert right now just telling his team to lean on him and he'll carry them to the promised land. He's gassed on the sideline, but Rec 6 knows who's getting the ball. Everyone in the gym knows who's getting the ball, and they can't do anything to stop it, and that's demoralizing as a defense. When you do everything you can to stop a player, and all they do is just knock down shot after shot after shot. And when you see the crowd turn against you, that hurts so much too, because it's like, man, we built up this big lead, and just like that, a snap of a finger, it's gone. So
Yeah.
they had to regroup here.
Yeah, I agree. It's completely demoralizing for Rec 6 here. As Sam Sessions shaking his head, can't believe what's going on with his teammate there who's been on fire, but Rec 6 trying to stop the bleeding. But as we mentioned all of this, Rec 6 still in the lead. Although it is just 1 point, they gave themselves enough of a cushion where if something like this did happen, they could survive. But Lewis Leonard basketball trying to take that lead away right here.
Looking for Gilbert.
Can't get it to him. Somerville takes the shot and misses. And it's Rec 6's basketball.
Yeah, they tried to have like a double screen action to free up Gilbert, but Rec 6 read it perfectly, blocking off and evading those screens perfectly, and they had to dump it off to the open man.
Pass inside to Welton. Guarded by Gilbert. Outside Wally. Passes. Shot inside is good.
But Lewis Leonard did something I like that they did. As soon as Quadia had it in the paint, they instantly doubled him and had him get the ball out of his hands, and I like what they're doing there.
A nice pass there from Welton to get out of that double, however, as 50, who hasn't taken a shot recently, gets that one to go, and we have a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, just like that, a tie ball game. And it's like they weren't even down double digits at halftime.
While he's driving, and here's the dunk here from Mike Watkins. That's not his first slam of the game. Responding to the thunderous comeback of Lewis Leonard basketball.
And Jake, this just goes to show you that no lead is safe in the Brotherly Love Pro-Am Summer League circuit.
Definitely not, but Rec 6 trying to get that lead back here. Biggie driving inside, putting up the shot, can't get it to go, but will draw the foul. That'll be 2 at the line as we get a replay.
Yeah, Biggie just using all his strength there. Just getting a foul call. Could be a phantom call in my opinion, but the refs gave it to him. He'll go to the line shooting 2. Trying to push this lead to 4.
First shot is up and good. The lead is 3 now as we're at 2.5 minutes to go in this third quarter.
Yeah, this game was shaping up to kind of be a snooze fest. Like, okay, Rec 6 is going to run them out the gym. But Gilbert turned that around by himself. And now we have a ball game.
Here comes Stover taking it all the way himself. And a 1-point game now. Full court defense here from 50 on Wally.
Yeah, Wally, after giving up the layup point, some said that's on me, as he gave up the open lane there. He's trying to go one-on-one with 50.
Pass inside. Spin move, up and under, but it's swatted away by Somerville. Pass to the corner, unable to come up with it.
Yeah, Somerville knocking that away. But then they get the ball back, but they just throw it out of bounds. So again, 1-point game, and an opportunity to retake the lead here for Lewis Leonard.
50. Crossover, jump shot is good. Lou Leonard takes the lead. 46-45, 1:10 to go in the third quarter.
And Jake, all it takes is one. Once you see one player get hot, all of a sudden everyone is hot. It's like 2K when you have team takeover. Everyone is on fire.
Yeah, and two best guys to have it for Lou Leonard as well. The guys that were getting their offense going before this huge run. The pass inside to Wally. Can't get the jumper to go, but on cleanup duty is Welton. And they take the lead right back.
Yeah, multiple lead changes here in this quarter.
Stover, shot too strong, and outlet pass to Wally, going up with it. Can't get it to go, fighting for the rebound. Welton Rec 6 has it swatted away.
And right now, Lewis Leonard has responded, and they become even more physical with Rec 6.
Pass inside to Biggie, trying to drive baseline, but is met by a wall of defense. But it looks like there's a foul call. That one on Stover. But it will be on the floor, so no shots here. 25 seconds to go in this third quarter. Biggie trying to get something to go. And looking for a jump ball. Another foul gets called.
Yeah, these refs have not been hesitant to blow the whistle. And going to the free throw line is Biggie right now shooting lead 2. But Jake, I have to say, the Elam ending makes me, I'm happy we have the Elam ending when you have games like this. You're going down to the wire.
Yeah, it really feels every time someone goes down court for either time, they really have a chance to just shift the entire momentum with a made shot. And we saw that with Gilbert, what he was doing in this third quarter.
Yeah, but we haven't heard much of Ahmad Gilbert as of late, but he did look really gassed on the bench, so it looks like he's just kind of catching his wind.
Yeah, finally checking back in. We're at about 15 seconds left, and there's a wide open Ray Somerville easily slamming that one.
Yeah, just a complete lack of miscommunication on defense. No one getting back, and an easy 2 points there for Somerville.
5 seconds left. Wally putting up the wild shot, can't get it to go. And Lou Leonard unable to get that shot to go at the buzzer. So the game is at 49-48. Lou Leonard basketball entered this quarter down by 12. They now find themselves down just 1. We'll take a break and get ready for the final quarter of action here in Philadelphia. Rec 6 leads 49-48.
We are back here at Ben Franklin High School for the fourth and final quarter of the Brotherly Love Pro-Am. Rec 6 and Lewis Leonard basketball 49-48 in a game that looked like it was going to be a blowout is now a nail-biter.
Yeah, we had so many lead changes in that third quarter that now I don't know who's going to win in a dreaded in and out there by Biggie. Can't get the three-pointer to go.
50 bringing up this ball, deep three, and he drains it over the hand of Biggie. 50 shooting that one from Redding, gets it to go. Dowdy tries to answer, but ends up airballing.
And let's look at replay at this. 50 filling it now from the yellow line. Deep three-pointer, swishes it. And all that Biggie could do is just shake his head, because what can you do on that play?
That takes some guts to take it, but he's got all the confidence in the world as he drives middle, passes it off, and Ray Somerville getting the layup to go off a nice pass from 50.
That momentum has changed right now, Jake. And right now, Rec 6 is a team that doesn't have an answer for Lewis Leonard.
Dowdy on the left wing, step back three, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Lou Leonard. Good defense there by guess who? 50. He has the ball.
And Jake, you want to know how you know a team is feeling the pressure? It's right now. Rec 6 all game has dominated by getting the ball into the post and working from the paint and getting their opponents from the paint as they get a free bucket by Biggie driving to the paint, getting it there.
Yeah,
but Rec 6 is taking a lot of three-pointers, and they've kind of shot their way out of this one and have allowed a lot of easy fast break opportunities for Lewis Leonard.
Careless turnover there. Stover passing it off to Somerville, unable to connect on the pass. So Rec 6 has a chance to tie or take the lead, down 2 here with 8 minutes to go. And a game like this that keeps going back and forth, we mentioned it earlier, as Biggie gets fouled on the drive.
I do not agree with this foul here, because the defender had, let me see this again, but I believe the defender had his hands up. Yeah, I don't know what else the defender can do there.
Playing devil's advocate perhaps on the body there as Biggie misses the first. Biggie playing some of his college ball at Rhode Island University. Second free throw is up and missing both, but getting the rebound back is Welton.
And another foul called. They are calling everything that they see right now. Let's see. Jake, can you play devil's advocate there?
Not much there, but that doesn't stop Welton from getting to the line. It's been a quick whistle all night, but perhaps a little bit of ball don't lie. 2 missed free throws and a third missed free throw right there.
Will they go 0 for 2 in a span of, what, a couple seconds from the free throw line?
Definitely are going to need to see the ball go in the hoop soon, especially with the way Lou Leonard is playing right now.
And they missed all 4 free throws there.
Yeah, that's a very rare occurrence and shows where this game has been heading. 50 working on the outside, drives, has it stolen however. Mike Watkins pass over to Dowdy. Dowdy pass up to Watkins, way too high for him, but getting it back is Rec 6.
That would have taken a lid off this one, but just can't get the alley-oop finesse to connect. Just too much on that one.
Pass in to Dowdy, and he's gonna slam that with the left hand and tie this ball game up.
We're closing in on the target score. Once again, with the Elam ending, when it's 4 minutes to go and the leading team scores, you just add 8 points to that lead, and that is the target score you'll work towards.
50 passing up the wide open 3, gives it to his teammate, however, who converts the layup. Lou Leonard back in the lead.
Smart play by 50. Found a better opportunity, made the extra pass, and it worked out in the end for Lewis Leonard.
Wally gets the screen from Watkins. He'll pass over. 3 from the big man. That's no good. Rebounded by Lou Leonard.
And Lewis Leonard will live with that all day. And a miscommunication.
Ray Somerville wanted that to be an alley-oop up top, but looking for the pass low was Stover, so that will be a turnover as we have a timeout here. 4:51 left in the fourth quarter. Just 51 seconds away from the target score being set. Back here for the final moments, most likely, of this ball game. 55-53, Lou Leonard in the lead. Dowdy drive, spin move. Looks like we have a whistle before the drive, and that's a 3-second call.
I have not seen that called at all this entire league. That's a new one.
Yeah, defensive 3-second call, so that'll be a technical free throw. And Rec 6 converts, so now just a 1-point game, and they get the ball back. Very costly at a time like this. So pass in, Dowdy trying to go to work. Drives baseline, spins middle, can't get the layup to go.
Yeah, they needed that one there, but game still anyone's game right now, not out of reach.
Back over to Gilbert. Gets the 3 up, but is way short on that. Rebounded by Lou Leonard. 50 with it.
Great rebound, and a great find by 50.
But resetting the offense, they have to get something up. Here's a wide open 3, and he drains it. Picking up right where he left off in the third quarter. Lou Leonard leads by 4.
Now that's a backbreaker. You played a nice defensive possession, but then you leave the shooter wide open. That is a backbreaker.
Near turnover there. Rec 6 gets it back. Wally gets the up and under move to go. 58-56. And we have a timeout here from Lou Leonard. And the target score has been set. The first to 66 is going to win this ball game, and with just a 2-point differential in the score, it could be anyone's win up for grabs here. See the Lou Leonard huddle right in front of our table right here. Now, go inside the huddles of both teams. What do you tell these guys when you only have to score 8 or 10 points to win this game? Just what's most important in a situation like this?
Don't play out of character. And I think Rec 6, the reason why they're in this situation that they're in now, they started playing out of character. We saw Mike Watkins pull up from 3, and I don't think I've ever seen him do that this entire summer league. So Rec 6 has gotten out of character, and I think that's because they felt the pressure applied from Lewis Leonard, and they started forcing things. You cannot force things, especially with the Elam ending. And the way that Lewis Leonard is hitting their threes, you have to be precise and run them off the three-point line.
This one definitely setting up to be a classic, as 50 is set to check the ball in for Lou Leonard.
And this is game 66. That's where the big boys come out. Is Mar Williams.
Working on the left wing. Lots of dribble moves there. Fade away, can't get it to go. Watkins with the board. So Wally trying to get something going offensively here for Rec 6. Loses it on the way up.
Wally has gone to that right side, right baseline drive, possession after possession, and Lewis Leonard hasn't blocked him off from it yet.
So out of bounds stays Rec 6 ball. Watkins checking into Wally. He's been their catalyst in this fourth quarter, but they get it into Watkins. Watkins backing down Somerville. Air balls the shot, rebounded by Dowdy, and Wally's wide open for three, no good. Welton tries to tip it in, can't.
Need to grab the rebound here.
After a wild possession there, Rec 6 keeping the ball there on the jump ball. Refs talking it over.
And Lewis Leonard needs to box out here because you cannot keep giving Rec 6 multiple possessions and multiple chances at getting a bucket.
And they have changed their mind and changed it to a foul. They've changed it to a foul, and shooting two is Dowdy.
I don't agree with that.
They switched the jump ball to a two-shot foul.
Yeah, very surprising here. Dowdy drains the first.
He took Rec 6 -7.
I will say Rec 6 have gotten a lot of favorable calls down the stretch.
Yeah. They did miss 4 straight free throws earlier, but Dowdy making the first. Drains the second as well.
Tie ball game now.
And here comes 50. Tie game. Next team to score 8 points will win. Gilbert drives, gets to the rim, can't get it to go. Rare miss there. And here comes Wally. Driving all the way, has it blocked. And here comes Lou Leonard. Pass over to 50. Gets the reverse layup to go off the glass. And pushing is Biggie.
Both teams are running up and down the court. The pace is unbelievable what they're playing at.
The pace too fast for both teams as an easy layup comes for Biggie. And it's a 60-60 game.
You just have to slow it down now if you're Lewis Leonard. Just slow it down.
50, slow to bring the ball up. He's exhausted. Playing this entire game so far. Guarded by Dowdy. Shoots the three and drains it.
Big time three. You know, big time players make big time shots in big time moments. And 50 just showing why he's a big time player.
Lewis Leonard 3 points away from winning this game. Wally, can he answer? No good, front rim. Ball tipped. We'll see how they call it. But it looks like it's going the way of Lewis Leonard.
Will we see an Ahmad Gilbert 3 to end it, Jake?
Or a 53. As we have a little wet spot on the sideline. Set to check in. Lou Leonard with a chance to take the lead. Not take the lead, win the game.
And I will say, no matter the outcome, Lewis Leonard has proved that they are more than just Sam Sessions.
As Sam Sessions is filming on his phone on the sidelines. 50 gets to the rim and gets it off glass. They are 1 point away from winning this. Rec 6 still has a chance, however.
And Rec 6 needs to just get a bucket here. Don't look for a three, just get a bucket.
Dowdy has the mismatch on the center. Gets it into Mike Watkins. Pass back out to Dowdy. Puts on the dribble move. Pass inside back to Mike Watkins. And an easy two over the smaller defender. 3-point game, but Lewis Leonard only needs one to win. And Lewis Leonard signaling for a timeout. and they're going to grant it.
It's interesting. The players were calling not to have a timeout. They didn't want a timeout. They just wanted to keep going. But I guess the coach wanted to cause something and draw something up.
Let's stick with that topic there, because something I've seen at all levels of basketball in a situation like this, you normally don't have the Elam ending, but a shot to win the game. Some coaches want the timeout to talk about it and draw up a play. Some coaches like letting the players play. Do you agree with the call here?
In the Elam ending, I like your players just going out and playing. Don't call a timeout, because right now Lewis Leonard has momentum. You don't want to halt that. Just let them keep going and keep playing.
Yeah, I agree with you, but we'll see if our opinions mean anything, and if that does happen or not. Rec 6, however, gets a chance to breathe for this defensive possession. If they can get a stop and then score on the next possession, it will be first to score wins.
They're inbounding the ball right in front of us here.
Trying to get it to 50. Guarded by Wally, and he gets open. Shot for the win is good!
Ball game! I caught an A.R. Gilbert three-pointer to win it.
And fans rushing the court to celebrate with it. Definitely our player of the game. And let's get a second look at that. 50, passing it up, wide open there for the three. Guitar solo, we're out of here. Lewis Leonard wins this one. And what a game and what a comeback from Lewis Leonard basketball. Winning this one 68-62 after Rec 6 led by 12 at half.
I could watch a 7-game series between these two teams. They really battled it out, and you can see why. Like we keep saying, they are the top teams in the Brotherly Love Pro-Am Summer League.
Would you have believed me if I told you Lewis Leonard would remain the only undefeated team in basketball, and they do it on a night where Sam Sessoms doesn't even play?
And they were down double digits at halftime, and they roared back tremendously.
Well, it seems like Lou Leonard has proven that they are more than just the Sam Sessoms show, as they get that one to go. And they move on to a 3-0 record. And we're going to send it on over to Dominique Vincent with our player of the game.
Hello everyone, I'm Dominique Vincent. I'm here with Ahmad Gilman. You came off the bench. You made 6 three-pointers in a row. I was speechless. Walk me through what was going through your head.
Have a great night, everybody.
I'm just coming off an injury.
Good night.
And I just was sticking with it for the last 6 weeks. I'm just coming off an injury, and I've been battling injury. And I just let it go today. I didn't care about nothing. I didn't care about my foot. I just played basketball today.
You guys are officially the best team in the league. How does that feel?
We just play together. We don't care who's hot. We don't care who's
I'm gonna let everybody know right now where
we play together.
Around. If you think
we play together. Like we don't care who moment it is. We don't take away from nobody.
The MVP of the league right now, and if you don't like it,
it was fun. It was fun.
Tell me how you're feeling.
Lou Leonard, the #1
I feel
team.
regular. I've been doing this for a minute. I play overseas.
Y'all
so
have a good night.
I had moments like this, so it's nothing. It's nothing.
Thank you so much. Back to you.
Thank you, Dominique, and that will do it there. An inspiring performance coming off of injury and willing his team to win there. Ahmad Gilbert. Closing thoughts here for a great night of basketball?
Lewis Leonard showed, like I said earlier, they are more than Sam Sessoms. They have multiple guys that can step up and will step up if needed and take over the ball game. And Gilbert is just one of those prime examples.
Well, that will do it for our sideline reporter, Dominique Vincent, Greg Stark. I'm Jake Gable. Thank you for watching the Brotherly Love Pro-Am on SFBN, sponsored by Wilson. Have a great night.